to Kansas City begins today in the capital city of West Virginia. The IUP Crimson Hawks and the University of Charleston Golden Eagles opening up NCAA Division II football championship play here at beautiful University of Charleston Stadium. And to the winner of this game will go a shot at the #1 team in the Super Region 1, the Rams of Shepherd, a team that handed UC its lone loss of the campaign at 10-1. IUP coming in at 8-2. Greetings, welcome to West Virginia along with former NFL great Carl Lee. I'm Mark Martin. Wonderful to have you along here as these teams get set to begin a journey that they hope will end in Kansas City, Kansas, to play for a national Division II football championship. Everyone loves second chances. You get it here in these D2 playoffs.
Absolutely. This is one of those kind of games that you really want to go out, win big, get you some momentum, and start moving forward.
All right, there are some wonderful players to perform here this afternoon. Let's take a look at our High Technology Foundation players to watch. IUP quarterback Carl Lenny Williams, transfer out of Temple. He's been magnificent.
He's going to be a dangerous threat. The thing you got with him, he can throw the ball, but he's also a runner. And I think that's going to create some problems because you can't just focus on him running the ball. You got to also prepare for him passing it. So he's a double threat.
All right, flip it over to the other side. And the University of Charleston's leader, #6, Jeremy Johnson, in his 6th season of college football. He's been around, but found a home here at UC, and he's done it both on the ground and through the air, but he really likes to throw the football.
Yeah, he's a better thrower, but he's a real sneaky runner. He's the kind of guy that you get so used to him throwing the ball, next thing you know, you forget about him, he sneaks out, and he can hurt you with his legs.
All right, a lot of great players here today between these two teams, and we look forward to watching those two young men play here today. Beautiful capital in West Virginia. Back in a moment.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
There are 86,400 seconds in a day. 86,400 opportunities to seek wisdom, to create, to stretch for your goals. And within every moment is a chance to discover your talents and abilities. A University of Charleston degree is a measure of your discovery, your success, your innovation. If you wait, 86,400 seconds can pass you by. Make every second count. Discover your future of innovation at the University of Charleston.
One drop causes a ripple, and that ripple moves across the water, affecting the entire body. Much the same way, when our schools educate our children for high-tech new economy jobs, the effects flow through West Virginia. These technology-based businesses see we have a workforce ready to grow their industry, and they move here. Then our children get those jobs and stay here. Call your state legislator and ask, what are you doing to bring high-tech businesses to West Virginia? From the West Virginia High Technology Foundation.
This is NCAA Division II Championship Football on Metro News.
We welcome you back here to Charleston. Our E.L. Robinson Engineering keys to the game for IUP. Stop that high-octane UC offense that averages 43 a game, and also utilize the program's playoff experience. 16 all-time playoff appearances. They've been in 2 title games in program history. Frank Signetti Sr. led the way, and now today his son Kurt guiding the Crimson Hawks. For the University of Charleston, The defense must slow down. IUP QB Lenny Williams, he'll have the football first here today. Williams, just an outstanding player. And, of course, also Pat Kirkland's got to make sure that his guys just settle down, Carl. We talked about it. It's just another football game. It's the way you got to treat them.
Yeah, and one of the things, just when you look at them, the mannerisms seem very calm. They don't seem overly excited, because a lot of times that's what you'll get. You'll get guys jumping around, overly excited, end up wearing themselves down. So right now, it looks really good.
There is a shot there of Kurt Signetti, the head coach of IUP, now in his 5th season. Both coaches in season number 5. Signetti 42-14. They were 6-5 a year ago. A little disappointed in that. They were picked to only finish 5th in the PSAC West, and he used that as motivation. All right, Brett Bennis, All Mountain East Conference kicker, set to boom and away, and we are underway here in this Division II playoff game. Ball bouncing around and finally picked up, and IUP pretty good field position here to start things, as Walt Pegues, real good receiver for IUP, gets the return there on that bounce. So IUP going to work offensively first here. We get a chance to see Lenny Williams, and again, he's the Harlan Hill nominee as the top player in D2 football, and PSAC West Freshman of the Year and a second-team quarterback. So he's going to put that offense to work right away here, Carl.
It'll be interesting to see. UC will need to try to get a stop and try to get him off the field. Doesn't have to be right away, but they got to keep him from scoring right out of the chute.
Williams looks at that three-man front and gets it out into the flat to Pegues. And Pegues, sophomore out of Philadelphia, 52nd catch of the season, and he gets it up to the 40-yard line.
Quick, safe pass there. You can see just a little bit of ball control.
All right, Williams and company go to work quickly, and the handoff, and breaking through on the right-hand side, Chris Temple, who's had just an outstanding season as he takes that football into UC territory, over 1,000 yards. And I'll tell you what, this guy's a load.
They'll probably see him a bunch, especially if they can get up early. Same players early.
Right back to Pegues, and with 3 plays and just marching it down the field as they take it inside the 40-yard line of UC. Rakeem Stallings making the stop for UC, a young man who was questionable coming into the game, an All-Mountain East Conference defensive linebacker, player that Pat Kirkland was hoping could play here today. 3 wide to the bottom of your screen. Williams handing it, and Temple slams inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Looks like a pickup of about 5 on the play.
Is it me, just me? I'm thinking maybe we've only seen 2 plays, and they're continuously 2 different plays, and they're continuously moving down the field.
Jonathan Pruden there, one of the outstanding linebackers for this UC defense. Pat Kirkland, defensive specialist, the head coach. He runs the prevent unit right now, looking to make stops here. Now Lenny Williams wants to keep it himself, and he was slowed up there nicely by Luke Sears, the middle linebacker, number 34. And they string him out and keep him in check. Williams not afraid to run. Sears just slowing him up there, so no gain. 2nd down and 10. Williams handing it off, and once again, Temple on the carry.
Running that zone play and the back, so he's able to find a lot of different holes inside and on the edge there. They're going to have to try to find a way to get somebody on him early so that he's not able to read that.
Temple 4 games this season, over 100 yards. His average of 128, 10th best in the country. 3rd down and 4 for the Crimson Hawks. Pegues in motion. And Williams again. Hands to Temple, and Temple is stuffed.
That's a huge stop for
Jalen Nelson, number 20, one of those leading the charge.
I tell you what, he's looking inside. He's looking for somewhere to go, but there's absolutely no place for him to make it. That was a good play by UC's inside defense.
Nelson, just a freshman. He's had a great season. All right, 4th and 2. IUP going for it. High snap, and Williams darts forward and takes it to the 21-yard line, and it's a first down.
I tell you what, he looks more like a fullback there. That doesn't look like how a quarterback would typically try to get a first down. He just lowered his head.
And with that carry, Williams over 1,000 yards now. First player in that conference to do that as a quarterback. He had it, and then he got sacked and lost yardage, so he had to redeem himself in this game. Here's the handoff once again. It's Temple working the left-hand side of the line, and he goes inside the 20 to around the 17-yard line. Good offensive line there. It's an offensive line that's got some youth to it. This is a young IUP football team.
It absolutely is. I looked at that. There's a lot of sophomores and juniors. These guys will be coming back. They'll be loaded.
Temple with 6 touchdowns in a game against Edinburgh this season. Pegues again goes in motion, and Williams falls to a knee. Not sure if there was a bad exchange there, but he goes down back at the 22. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
I think UC would settle if they could just get out of here with a field goal.
So Williams looks to head coach Kurt Signetti. So 2 wides to each side for Williams. Temple lines up beside the outstanding quarterback.
Delay game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Edwin Lee is our referee today. Scotty Setzer is the field judge. Scott Ray, the umpire. Nathan Umberger is the back judge. The linesman is Lim Bostic. Jeff Pruitt is the line judge, and Terry Trout is the side judge. So it brings up 3rd down and 16. Football at the 27 for IUP. Williams sets up, looking, and out of the end zone. Incomplete pass for the Crimson Hawks. Trying to hit Sean McVeigh, senior receiver.
I think Torrey Wagner, the corner for UC, he may get a lot of work. Every ball's been to that side of the field today so far. So I don't know if that's something that they've already spotted and think that he may be the guy they want to go after, but that has a feel of it to me.
So IUP will attempt the field goal here. Ryan Stewart. They've had some issues with field goals this season. Going to be a 49-yard attempt. Make that a 44-yard attempt, and this one is good. Had a 39-yarder, was his long, but IUP opens up the scoring here. A 44-yard field goal by Ryan Stewart, and IUP on the board first here in this NCAA Division II playoff game.
I'll tell you what, that had a little, I think he could have kicked that a few more yards longer, I think. That's a good leg there.
Well, this season, IUP lost just 2 games, both by 1 point, and kicking a real issue. 5 extra points, 4 field goals missed in those losses. There is Pat Kirkland, the former great at Muskingum College in Ohio, and has done an outstanding job here in his first go-round as a head coach. 38-17. Well, they just kept inching away and inching away. And you see Kurt Signetti, head coach for IUP. Signetti's second trip here to this venue. And the last time, July of 1979, that's when they renovated Lately Field. The first event here at this stadium was the annual North-South All-Star football game. You were a member of the South. He was a quarterback for the North. How about that? One and only time he's been in this stadium until today. We already gave it away how many years ago that was.
A long time ago.
You guys still look pretty good. All right, so it's going to be IUP now kicking off, and we'll get a chance to see UC's offense for the first time here this afternoon. And this is Sean Bowling with the kickoff. Bowling has been used as well this season, and UC will not get a return. And so now we get our first opportunity to look at Jeremy Johnson here today. Johnson 6'2", 205, a senior out of Texas. He started his career at WVU, then he transferred to Lamar. He went to Blinn Junior College. Chatted with Houston briefly, and boy, as you know, as a former coach at the collegiate level, the clock starts ticking, and they finally got him here to Charleston, and one season to prove himself, and he's had a great year.
Absolutely. He for him, it's a very fortunate situation. For UC, it's a very fortunate situation because a lot of times guys who move like that, they don't end up doing too well. This kid has done an excellent job here. 16
touchdown passes on the season. Gets a low snap and turns and hands it off to Marvin Elam. Elam was an all-conference performer a year ago. The stop made there by Kevin Clark. Speaking of all-conference performers, first team All-PSAC. Outstanding junior linebacker.
Here we go. He just read it from the beginning, shuffled, filled the gap, closed it, and tackled. Was that for a loss? Yeah, absolutely. For about another 11. Now it's second and 11.
All right, here's Johnson looking to run, and Johnson upended there at the 25-yard line. Coming up and making the stop is Steve Franco. His brother Johnny is a member of Kurt Signetti's coaching staff. How'd you like to be a DB and playing for your older brother?
Yeah.
Made older brother proud there as he gets the stop. 3rd down and 10 here. UC.
Aggressive defensive play so far.
Golden Eagles going 3 wide to the bottom of your screen. Joey Augustin, big play potential at the top of your screen. Johnson floats it out looking for Augustin, and so he was out of bounds. So it's going to be 3 and out for the University of Charleston. So Bennis will be asked to come on and punt.
As he's looking, just couldn't get his feet down. Seems like he didn't even have good control of the ball there on the sideline.
Augustin, also an all-Mountain East Conference performer. 3 players on that offensive line for UC made all MEC. So Bennis into punt. 43.5-yard average. Long this season, 71, but shanks this one. And that one is going to hit at the 43-yard line. And IUP with great field position here in their second opportunity offensively today, Carl.
Yeah, this is not going to be good. You have to change field position.
All right, upset with himself, no doubt, is Bennis. UC and IUP, Crimson Hawks with a 3-0 lead here in Charleston.
If you're traveling to the game, a weekend road trip, or just around town, you need to stop at Go-Mart. You'll find a Go-Mart open 24 hours a day right off the interstate or right off Main Street in your local community. You can refuel your ride with quality gasoline and also yourself with popular snacks, drinks, and more. We're making it easy to keep up with your busy schedule by keeping you on the go. Go-Mart is the proud title sponsor of the Mountain East Conference Basketball Championship.
Go for good times. Go for Go-Mart.
Brick Street is very committed to their customers. We have a whole team of dedicated individuals that service our business and works jointly with us as a partner.
Quality of service is definitely something that we pride ourselves on.
We have personal relationships with the people we work with at Brick Street.
We're a part of their team.
It's a phone call away, a quick email, your questions are answered expediently. It's very good to have a working relationship like that with our workman's compensation carrier.
A home for our heroes. That's what the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility in Clarksburg offers. Personal, compassionate care in a state-of-the-art facility that includes a licensed Alzheimer's unit, a chapel, access to secure gardens and porches, regular outings, recreational opportunities, and much more. No veteran is turned down due to finances. Maximum rates at the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility are a third of the national average. Visit veterans.wv.gov or call 866-WV-4VETS.
On Metro News, this is NCAA Division II Championship Football.
Well, there are many amazing campuses across the United States, and I tell you what, none more picturesque than the University of Charleston, Carl.
I tell you what, adding football to that university has been a great benefit for the whole state, really.
Yeah, dream for Dr. Ed Welch. In 2003, they put a team on the field. Pat Kirkland is the third head coach. Mike Springston, first head coach, followed by Tony DeMeo, did great things. And Pat Kirkland on a history-making day and a snap over the head of Williams, but we have whistles.
Snap infraction on the offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Titus Wooldice, guilty party, the freshman center. Well, it says a lot about that young man being a freshman and coming in to be the center.
And obviously his first playoff game.
But we were talking about this program here, and boy, just the undertaking of starting something like football, and it was huge. But they have gotten it going, and again, fifth-year head coach Pat Kirkland and his crew making history here today. All right, Williams going to keep it, and Lenny Williams looking for real estate and finds it as he dashes inside the 45-yard line to the 43.
Tackle made by number 20, Jalen Nelson. Gain of 5, second down and 10.
Gets that 5 back. There's second down now for the Crimson Hawks. They lead it 3-0 here.
Looks like you got some man-to-man up top.
Williams up top with it.
Sir.
Got a man, and coverage there. Ball overthrown a bit, intended for Sean McVay, but nice coverage again by Torrey Wagner. Wagner, senior, out of Maryland.
I think a lot of people would probably like to call that pass interference, but I think he just stepped on the receiver's heel and just lost his balance.
So third down now for IUP. We'll make a switch with the receiving core. Isaiah Mims coming in at a wideout position, and their tight end, Kevin Edwards, will lead the game. Another high snap. Williams, though, retrieves it, gets it, and Williams will get first down yardage. Just did at the 32-yard line. And there's where Lenny Williams can hurt you.
Absolutely. And it looks almost like this was a design play, even though the snap was high. He got a lead block, and then he's just out. And he's going to be a guy they're going to have to stop if they're going to win this game. See, there's your lead blocker right there. Got a great block. Good play.
Fresh set of downs, and they go back to work with Temple, and sliding his way through traffic and inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. So you've got a quarterback who transferred from Temple and a running back named Temple. It's been a pretty good combination this season.
And I tell you what, they could end up wearing this UC defense down. I mean, if UC's offense does not get on the field and own the possession, it's going to be tough for them.
Tight end on the near side in Temple is the lone back, and there's movement, and this may go against the defense. UC
offsides on the defense, number 72 in the neutral zone with contact. 5-yard penalty, First down.
Danilo Morales, the senior, nose tackle out of Naples, Florida, the guilty party. So first down as the football goes inside the 20. Williams turns, hands it off, and nice tackle around the ankles made there by UC as Malcolm Cater comes through and takes him down. Cater, second on the team in tackles, 69, out of New Jersey, has one interception and a quick pass here to Pegues, but whistles sound.
Pass intended for number 34.
UC's defense is playing pretty well with their back against the wall. Seems like once they get it, IUP gets down inside the 20, they're playing a little bit better.
They just tried to get a little quick there. They rushed it. Ball hits the ground, so brings up third down now for Kurt Signetti's crew, trying to add to this 3-0 lead. Williams gets the snap, and Williams carves his way inside the 15, down to the 12. Tackle made by Rakeem Stallings. James King tripped him up.
They're just looking for him to find space in there. He's able to get the ball. He's a great runner, has great vision. He can hurt you if they don't slow him down some kind of way. I think they're going to have to blitz him more.
James King, number 90, got him slowed down, and so another field goal opportunity here for Stewart. Nailed a 44-yarder earlier. This will be a 29-yard attempt. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. A 6-0 lead for IUP off the foot of Ryan Stewart. So points have been produced by the Crimson Hawks here on their first two possessions in this NCAA Division II playoff game from the capital city of Charleston. Back in a moment on Metro News.
Tell the world you're here. Share your experiences.
It's the Silverado Sell-Down event at Northside Chevrolet, Route 19 in Summersville. The 2016s are on their way, and the discounts have never been better on the 2015s. Regular cabs, double cabs, and crew cabs are all on sale with discounts up to $11,000 on select models. That's right, save up to $11,000 on a new crew cab Silverado. No Foursquare, no gimmicks, just the best deal, period. Drive the few money-saving miles up Route 19 to Summersville or shop online at NorthsideWV.com. Northside Chevrolet, find new roads.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us. All of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
One drop causes a ripple, and that ripple moves across the water, affecting the entire body. Much the same way, when our schools educate our children for high-tech new economy jobs, the effects flow through West Virginia. These technology-based businesses see we have a workforce ready to grow their industry, and they move here. Then our children get those jobs and stay here. Call your state legislator and ask, what are you doing to bring high-tech businesses to West Virginia? From the West Virginia High Technology Foundation.
This is Mountain East Conference postseason football on Metro News.
Beautiful shot of the Capitol here in the great state of West Virginia. Just a gorgeous November Saturday, and if you're going to have your very first NCAA playoff game, you couldn't have asked for a better day to get it launched.
Perfect weather for sure. Beautiful, beautiful day.
All right, you see the UC defense there, Carl. IUP's had the football twice, but they have limited the Crimson Hawks to field goals.
I think that's an advantage. That's a confidence booster for the defense for UC. They realize that they can stop him. They don't have to worry about the long drives. They're stopping him inside, forcing him to field goals. Still gives their offense an opportunity to go down and score, be right back in the game.
Ryan Stewart with a couple of field goals, and now Sean Bowling will come on and kick off for the Crimson Hawks out of Indiana, Pennsylvania, IUP. Nice strong leg. Wagner will take it. The yard deep in the end zone, out across the 15. the 20 and zigzags and finally taken down. Stop made by Mike Petropolo, who is a backup quarterback.
I think they're going to have to change field positions here. They're going to have to get on the other side of the 50 and at least put IUP in a situation where they've got to drive the ball further than what they have, keep them out of field goal range.
All right, 3 wide for UC as Johnson and company go to work for the second time here this afternoon. Elam in the backfield. Elam gets the call, and Elam finds daylight out across the 30, sheds a tackler at the 35, and Elam taken down at the 45-yard line.
A really good run. I think one of the tacklers may have actually reached right over top of him. Let's see if we can see that on the replay. Good cut there. Literally, he reaches right over top of him. Good run.
Eric Williams. 24-yard pickup here. Now Johnson wants to throw, fires it across the middle, and the catch is made by Rashawn Dickerson, redshirt freshman out of Cleveland Heights. His 42nd catch of the season, 6 touchdowns, and UC a little momentum here.
Yeah, they really needed that.
First down for the Golden Eagles. Johnson fires it out, and catch made by Dickerson again, and Dickerson just kept zigzagging around and takes it down to the 26-yard line. A couple of catches back-to-back for Dickerson.
Seems like the tempo, they picked the tempo up. It just seems like they're going a lot faster all of a sudden.
Second down for the Golden Eagles. And Johnson going to keep it inside the 20, and Johnson will step out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Mikael Mackel was bearing down.
And I think he's going to pick up a great block out here by one of his receivers right there. Gives him a chance to get out on the edge. Smart move getting out of bounds.
All right, another first down for the Golden Eagles. Johnson again looking. The ball may have been knocked down. Trying to go to Joey Augustin. Augustin in the all-conference performer. 10 touchdown catches on the season. Second down. And the handoff to Elam, and Elam inside the 15 to the 13, following his blockers there on the left side of the line. Left tackle is Juwan Arnold, number 57. Zach Erb is the left guard. Both were all conference picks, along with Justin Johnson, the right guard. Justin Johnson out of Parkersburg. His older brother Paul is the offensive line coach. So you have a couple of guys in this game coaching their younger brothers.
That's strange. That seems odd to me.
Third down for Johnson. Tate Gregory, offensive coordinator for UC. And it looks like Pat Kirkland has decided to call time. Just really uncertain there what they wanted to do.
First timeout.
So UC taking the timeout here, but boy, what a drive they have put together here.
Yeah, it looked like they picked up the tempo, throwing the ball a little bit more. This is, and Mark, you've probably seen this for as much football that you cover. The one bad thing about spread offenses is when they get inside that 20 and that area starts to shrink, it's very difficult to keep throwing the ball or make those same kind of plays. So I think that's one of the challenges I think that we're seeing on both sides here now.
Well, no doubt about it. They know what to do in fourth down situations. Number 1 in the country in fourth down percentage. In Pat Kirkland, we talked about his background. He's a great player at Muskegon, and then got really cut his teeth in coaching at West Virginia University, both with Rich Rodriguez and Bill Stewart. And a young coach, and wanted that opportunity and hired here at UC, and again has done great things. And again, leading this team into a history moment here this afternoon in Charleston, playing in this D2 playoff game. Johnson in trouble. Johnson will go down. And that will bring in Bennis to attempt a field goal here. Rick Bennis, father Edgar, kicked for the 1987 Miami Hurricanes. Brett Bennis on the season, 9 field goals, 55 extra points. And he's also completed a pass this season. So Brandon Ellswick, young man out of Van, West Virginia, is the holder. Ryan Gamber out of Cincinnati is place kicker, and this bounces off and no good. So Bennis, ever reliable, but comes up empty there.
And I think that was something they really needed to get. They needed to get on the board.
Well, again, their defense has limited IUP to a couple of field goals, and finally the offense does get untracked and move, but they cannot convert on the field goal attempt. So 6-0 lead stands for IUP, and they go back to work offensively now.
IUP football, 1st and 10, 20-yard line.
Football at the 20 for Lenny Williams and the Crimson Hawks. And a bad snap, and Williams just bobbled it around, and well, they've had a few of those.
Yes, that's about 3, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it hit him right in the chest. I just think he just bobbled it.
Game 3, 2nd down and 7.
New running back in the game, Luigi Listabrinza out of McKees Rock, Pennsylvania, sophomore. In 6 games this season, was a second-team All-PSAC performer last year, and here he shows why in the opening to midfield. Listabrinza been kind of banged up this season.
This doesn't even look like it was a read. This was like just a complete. It was just a handoff, straight dive, and he was able to break it.
He rushed for 846 yards a year ago. Has played in just 6 this season.
Yeah, they're just blocking him hat on hat and letting him run.
2 receivers to each side, and Listabrinza straight ahead and motors his way to the 42-yard line of UC. The Crimson Hawks on the ball quickly. Pass out on the near side, and nice hands there by Mims, the freshman, coming in with 4 catches on the season. Yet again, Crimson Hawks on the move, Carl.
Yeah, it just seems like they're moving. UC's defense has done a great job of keeping them out of the end zone, but this is going to wear UC down. They're going to have to be able to get their offense to stay on the field a lot longer.
Listabrinza wanted to go right, cuts back left, and reading it nicely was Jonathan Pruden. Pruden out of Burlington, New Jersey, 39 tackles coming in.
Here we go, same type of play. He's trying to just cut it back against the green, and it's not able to get there.
2nd down for the Crimson Hawks. Williams shoots it out quickly, and the grab made there by Swanik Brown. He's a freshman out of Mechanicsburg, PA. His 23rd catch of the season, 3 touchdowns. So it's a young offense in many ways, and they've used a lot of personnel.
Yeah, you keep seeing they're switching people in and out. And think about this: when you have a history of going to the playoffs constantly, and they've got freshmen, sophomores all playing, so they're going to be used to this.
Williams on 1st down, fires, and a great catch is made. What a snag by Brown.
This is going to look like a Chris Carter one-handed kind of catch. He puts his hand out there and just pulls it in.
Swanik Brown Guy who just entered this great program and immediately saw playing time, and shows you why right there. Getting close to the end of this opening quarter here with IUP in the lead. Edwards lining up on the near side as a wing for IUP, and here is the handoff, and losing the football out of bounds is Lista Brenza.
They have bobbled the ball all day long, everybody.
And as he does that, the first quarter comes to a close with IUP on top of the UC Golden Eagles in this opening round NCAA Division II playoff game. The winner getting the Shepherd Rams. Lenny Williams and company moving the ball pretty well. A 6-point advantage on UC. Back in Charleston in a moment.
I like things fast. So I was first in line when Frontier started offering a year of Amazon Prime. I don't wait for shipping, and I get instant access to thousands of shows and movies using Frontier's fast, reliable internet.
Switch to Frontier high-speed internet for just $19.99 per month with qualifying phone and 1-year agreement on new internet service, and get 1 year of Amazon Prime.
It's movie time.
Get Frontier high-speed internet today. Call 1-888-FRONTIER.
E.L. Robinson's key to success is saying yes. When a client comes to us, we look at the project and we say yes. We can get the job done for you. We can get it done within your budget, and we can get it done in your time frame. This company was not built to pursue wealth. It was built to satisfy our clients' needs.
Cheer for the stumbles. The he shoulda had that's. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
Are you or a loved one repeatedly neglecting responsibilities, using alcohol in dangerous situations, addicted to drugs, having legal problems, drinking or using drugs to de-stress? The Highland Health Center can help. The Highland Health Center is a 7-day detoxification and substance abuse recovery unit. So please know, help is available and help works. Visit the website at highlandhosp.com. The Highland Health Center, your detox place.
This is NCAA Division II Championship Football on Metro News.
IUP freshman Swanik Brown with a couple of catches in the first quarter, including that dandy right there, Carly.
I think I've seen Chris Carter make a catch like that in front of me before.
All right, IUP starting the second quarter here with the 6-0 lead. They had the ball 10 minutes, 42 seconds in the first quarter, running 26 offensive plays to just 10 for UC. A couple of field goals by Ryan Stewart. UC missed a field goal. That's where we stand. Mr. Brenza in motion, and Williams will fake the handoff, and good read there by the UC prevent unit, slowing up Williams. See Jalen Nelson there, young freshman out of Springfield, Ohio. 43 stops on the season. 7 tackles this season for a loss. And 1 there. And here's pass out, and once again Nelson reads that as they try to swing it out to Luigi Listabrenza.
Yeah, that's a great tackle out in space. Yep. He gets the ball. He read it all the way and made a. And you know, like I know, out in an open field like that, that's a tough tackle.
So once more, they will call upon Stewart. This will be a 37-yard attempt. He had a 44-yarder and a 29-yarder in the first quarter. And this one is no good.
We've talked a lot about offense here, and we've seen some, but defenses are playing well.
So once more, UC's defense holding IUP to a field goal attempt, and this time Stewart unsuccessful, and so the University of Charleston will take over on offense.
Looks like he hit it pretty good.
UC football, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
All right, so the Golden Eagles go to work from their own 20. A good offensive drive earlier, and here is Johnson, and that one nearly picked. Trying to hit Dickerson on the quick slant.
Yeah, it looks like a slant. He needed to keep coming. Seems like he didn't actually go inside. That could have been a dangerous turnover for him.
Keno Robertson just about had his second interception of the season. His first went for a touchdown against Clarion. This team with 20 interceptions on the season, 5 have been returned for touchdowns, 3 in one game against Mercyhurst.
That's a lot of interceptions.
You'd like those numbers.
Yes, I would.
That was a great day for you, wasn't it? Johnson, 2nd and 10, got some pressure and a little inside route there, and Dickerson makes the grab. Gets it to the 24-yard line, pick up 4. Matthew Moad made the stop, defensive end out of Easton, PA, who has one of those 20 interceptions for this IUP team. So 3rd down here for the Golden Eagles. 2 receivers to each side. Johnson looking in trouble. Johnson still on his feet and finally taken down back at the 21-yard line, and Kevin Clark, an all-PSAC performer, takes him down, D2 preseason All-American.
Just nobody, he can't find any receiver. Great athletic ability, being able to move, but he just can't get out of there.
And again, showing his elusiveness there, but finally Clark able to take him down, and now Bennis will step back and punt around his 6-yard line.
He's got the wind behind him, so that ought to help him.
Booms this one, going to take a bounce, and a good UC roll. Mark that out at the 11-yard line.
Good job.
So IUP going to go back to work offensively with this 6-0 lead over UC here at UC Stadium in Charleston. Back in a moment on Metro News.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi with your invitation to join us every night for the Northside Automotive statewide sports line. If it's happening in West Virginia in its sports, we'll talk about it. So join us here nightly at 6:06 for the Northside Automotive statewide sports line.
They say a photograph is worth 1,000 words. We say it's worth a whole lot more than that. Dear National Guard, are you up to it? It's up to you.
There are 86,400 seconds in a day. 86,400 opportunities to seek wisdom, to create, to stretch for your goals. And within every moment is a chance to discover your talents and abilities. A University of Charleston degree is a measure of your discovery, your success, your innovation. If you wait, 86,400 seconds can pass you by. Make every second count. Discover your future of innovation at the University of Charleston.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi with your invitation to join us every night for the Northside Automotive statewide sports line. If it's happening in West Virginia in its sports, we'll talk about it. So join us here nightly at 6:06 for the Northside Automotive statewide sports line.
This is NCAA Division II Championship Football on Metro News.
Well, we mentioned that this is Curt Cignetti's second time visiting this stadium. The last time he was playing for the North team in the North-South All-Star Football Classic. He was a North quarterback. You were a South offensive and defensive player. And, well, there were just some great players in that game in 1979.
That was an amazing group of players. Just to be a part of that was special. And Kurt Warner obviously being the big dog of that group.
And you went on to the NFL. Kurt Warner on to the NFL. And of course, he's now in the College Football Hall of Fame. Ed Kiefer played at Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Steve Edwards Jr. played at the University of Cincinnati. Reggie Armstead at WVU. And back in the game now for IUP is Temple, following that outstanding punt by Bennis.
Yes, he had to win, but I think it was a low driver, hit and roll.
Second down. Play will be stopped. And go back to Curt Cignetti and get the call here.
False start on the offense. All players will not set before the snap. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Edwin Lee giving us a call there, and Curt Cignetti, and he went on to play for WVU. His father, Frank, was the head coach. He was let go, and boy, I tell you what, just admiration for Curt Cignetti. He stayed there under Don Leland. That's not tough. That's not easy to do. You know, a lot of guys go through coaching changes,
right.
But when it's your father, that's something else. And he started a magnificent career. And here's a pick by UC as Williams fired it up there. And UC defensively, Luke Sears has come up with his first interception of the season, and a big time to do it for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, it looked like he may have just let that fly on him. He's kind of scrambling. I think it just sails on him, goes over the head. Easy pick for the DB.
And UC first down and 10, football at the 20-yard line.
As you're looking at it, it doesn't even come out well for him. Great opportunity for UC.
UC now with its 17th interception of the season. Johnson hands to Elam, and Elam takes it down to the 15-yard line. Nice little first down run by Elam.
Marvin Elam was the ball carrier. Tackling number 85, Matthew Moab.
UC find themselves in the end zone here. Time of possession won't matter.
Elam out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Johnson fires. Augustin makes the grab, and Augustin tried to plant that foot and make a move, and we're going to have some unnecessary roughness after Augustin is taken out of bounds.
Yeah, I think this is going to be clearly late, and I don't even know what the purpose would have been for all that.
Number 7. Half the distance to the goal line. First down.
You know, Eric Williams was driving him, and then Peggy Turner also comes in there and adds a little bit to it. But first down for UC. Golden opportunity for the Golden Eagles here against the Crimson Hawks. And into the game comes Jermaine Kelly, and they use this young man for one reason, and right there it is to get into the end zone. Kelly out of Lynn, Massachusetts, the sophomore.
And 6'3", 215. You got a guy this big, makes it easy for him on the goal line, makes an easy play for him.
8th touchdown of the season for Kelly, who played a lot of ball for UC. They got 5 guys on this team that at one time were the quarterbacks. Of course, a couple right now, and a couple on defense. One is a receiver, and Bennis puts it through. And for the first time in school history, UC leads in an NCAA Division II playoff game in their first ever voyage into the postseason. 7-6. And it all started with a turnover. And here's Kelly with the TD.
Again, tall, strong, and he knows how to run the football.
And the thing about scores and how they develop, you go back to the punt, Bennis.
Yes.
Kind of pinned the Crimson Hawks deep, and Williams let loose with a pass that Sears intercepts, and Pat Kirkland's crew taking advantage and getting on the board here at 7-6.
And this is where all the stats really go out the door. When you're not scoring touchdowns, you're just kicking field goals, you're giving that other team an opportunity. And that's what's happened here so far.
3-play, 20-yard drive. Took just 39 seconds to complete. The 1-yard run by Jermaine Kelly. And now Bennis will kick it off. See how IUP now responds following the turnover and the UC touchdown. Bennis puts that leg into it, and Pegues, so he's going to take it out across the 5, the 10, and Pegues turning the corner. Pegues to the 30-yard line, and he will be driven out at the 33-yard line. One of those situations where we say, no, no, no.
Yeah,
and then,
good.
Pegues, he is ever dangerous returning the football. Kurt Cignetti lived in Morgantown from 3rd grade through 1982. His father had, of course, a great player at IUP in the Hall of Fame, and then started his coaching career at Pitt and was a high school coach, and then joined Bobby Bowden there at WVU before taking over the head coach as the head coach of the Mountaineers. And back into the game for IUP at the running back position is Luigi Listabrenza.
Number 4, Malcolm Cater. Number 7, Raheem Stallings.
Listabrenza,
Second down and 7.
second team a year ago. Just fighting that injury bug this season. Second down, Williams. Again, Listabrenza, and Listabrenza finds an opening and gets first down yardage as he journeys to the 46. Right up the middle, Carl.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it looked like he fell funny, and he's limping down.
So Listabrenza will head out, and that will bring Chris Temple back into the game. Three-man front for UC, and here is Temple. Slams ahead for a couple. He was tripped up there by James King. King out of Pulaski County, Virginia. And it's a program that was outstanding success there in the state of Virginia under Joel Hicks, a West Virginia native and a former Mountaineer coach, and worked alongside of Frank Cignetti there in Morgantown. Edwin Lee going to give us the call here.
Snap infraction on the offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty, second down.
A couple of fifth-year head coaches in this game here today at these two great universities battling it out. The winner gets Shepherd next weekend on the road to Kansas City, and Williams,
and
ball bouncing around and bounces right into his hands, but he is going to go down and lose yardage.
I don't think I've seen anybody bobble the ball as much as this team has bobbled it. I don't even think that he hit the running back. I just think after he came off the fake, he just started bobbling it.
We're very fortunate there.
Yes.
It's going to be a loss of 10 on the play. One of those situations where they always tell you to fall on it, but the way it was bouncing around, you really didn't have the opportunity.
Yeah, he was just lucky to get his hands back on it.
Third down and long, and here is Temple off the left-hand side, and Temple across the 45-yard line. And he was met head-on by Malcolm Cater. So Malcolm Cater hoping that he can help lead UC to a victory here today and meet Monty Cater's Shepherd Rams next weekend. Only team to hand UC a loss this season. IUP, and this club here could very easily be an unbeaten one. 2 tough 1-point losses this season. So they will have to kick it away for the first time today. Jordan Spangler will do so. 34.5-yard average this season. And gets a good roll here inside the 10-yard line. And so UC will have a long way to go here, but they have the lead over IUP. Another good defensive effort there by Pat Kirkland's UC Golden Eagle Prevent Unit here in Charleston.
Fans take home a souvenir from today's champion.
E.L. Robinson's key to success is saying yes. When a client comes to us, we look at the project and we say yes. We can get the job done for you. We can get it done within your budget, and we can get it done in your time frame. This company was not built to pursue wealth. It was built to satisfy our clients' needs.
If you're traveling to the game, a weekend road trip, or just around town, you need to stop at Go-Mart. You'll find a Go-Mart open 24 hours a day right off the interstate or right off Main Street in your local community. You can refuel your ride with quality gasoline and also yourself with popular snacks, drinks, and more. We're making it easy to keep up with your busy schedule by keeping you on the go. Go-Mart is the proud title sponsor of the Mountain East Conference Basketball Championship.
Go for good times. Go for Go-Mart.
Success. We see it every day. Choose from hundreds of majors and programs. Learn from faculty truly committed to you and your success today and tomorrow. And join 120,000 alumni in thousands of careers all over the world, ready to help you find your way. I'm IUP President Mike Driscoll, and I invite you to apply now and find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
On Metro News, this is NCAA Division II Championship Football.
Well, in 2003, they decided to bring football back to the University of Charleston when they last had it. The school known as Morris Harvey College. Pat Kirkland, the 3rd head coach in school history, and they've had some outstanding teams, but postseason play had been the one thing they had been denied of until now. And here they are leading IUP, making its 16th playoff appearance here this afternoon in the NCAA Division II playoffs. So just a great moment for both programs.
No doubt. And going back to UC, their commitment to football when they decided to start it wasn't just to start it. They wanted it to be successful, and here they are.
Elam darts out to the 19-yard line. There is a penalty marker back at the 11-yard line. Actually, a couple of them. Franco made the stop.
Offsides on the defense. Number 90. The penalties decline. Result of the play. First down.
First down yardage, so UC will wipe away the penalty.
First down, UC.
Dylan Scott there. You saw the big guy. Guilty party there, and nice job here by IUP wrapping up Elam. Stop made by Diamond Jones out of Huber Heights, Ohio. Played at Wayne High School. Great high school program there in the Buckeye State. Second down for Jeremy Johnson and the Golden Eagles. 3 wide to the bottom of your screen. Augustin, the wideout at the top. Elam is the running back.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to go deep here.
Johnson going to keep it, and Johnson's going to go down. And no fooling the defense, especially that guy, Kevin Clark, the will linebacker.
Mark, I'm actually shocked that we don't have more points. I just think that the idea going into this game, we would probably see more points.
Kevin Clark came into the game with 29 solo tackles on the season, and
he's continuing that
great form right there. Snipped out the ball carrier, takes him down. So after that nice run by Elam to get this drive started, UC has stalled here on 3rd down now for the Golden Eagles. And Johnson going to give it to Elam, and Elam straight ahead, and Elam will come up short, though, of the first down marker as he gets to the 26. Clark again there making the stop for IUP. Bennis will be asked to come on and punt once again for the Golden Eagles. His third punt of the day, including that 69-yarder.
Is that not a record some kind of way?
And that got things going for UC. Then they got the interception, and that led to the touchdown. This one going to hit Pegues, picking it up on the bounce, and Pegues taken down at the 30. Nice coverage down on the field. So Bennis punt there, and a nice tackle made by Kane Roush, young man out of Wahama High School in Mason, West Virginia. And he was, talked about the North-South game and all the history you have here with the coach and you. And Kane Roush played in that North-South game a year or so ago. And 2013 game, and he was the 2014 game, forgive me, and he was the MVP for the South. Had a great night, doing some nice things here for Pat Kirkland's football program. So Lenny Williams back out on the field. Williams will keep, and Williams will spin around and take the football, see where they mark him, about the 37-yard line. Injured player down on the field for IUP, but getting up slowly is Swanik Brown. We'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Crimson Hawks.
2nd down and 3.
This program has been in 2 national championship games. Again, both of those teams were guided by Frank Signetti back in the 90s. Williams turns and hands it off, and straight ahead goes the ball carrier, Temple. And again, Nelson in there on the stop. And IUP wants to move quickly.
Yep.
And here is Williams, and he'll keep it, and Williams will fight and get the first down.
He actually runs the ball like he's a running back. It's not like your quarterback. Like when you saw Jeremy Johnson run, he runs and he gets out of bounds. This kid will run over you. He doesn't mind the contact at all.
Grew up outside of Philadelphia, Stowe Rocks High School, and was the WPIAL's all-time career passing leader. Threw for over 8,000 yards in high school. This time, though, he's going to run it again. And bumped out of bounds over on the far side by Trey Kelly. Kurt Signetti, you just can't say enough about this young man. Says he's a tremendous athlete, a tremendous competitor, got a great mindset, keeps his cool all the time, doesn't get shaken, doesn't get rattled. This time he will turn and hand it off to Temple. And Temple right at midfield before he's brought down. IUP, a couple of field goals by Ryan Stewart, and then UC with a touchdown by Jermaine Kelly. And the extra point by Bennis, and that's where we stand, 7-6 in this opening round NCAA Division II football championship playoff game here at University Charleston Stadium in Charleston, West Virginia. And here is Williams firing it, and intended for Pegues. And the ball knocked away by Wagner.
I actually thought he got there a little bit earlier. Let's see if we can find that on the replay. I don't know, maybe a good play, but usually that's going to be a call. See it from another angle. Yeah, I think he got there early. I think he got there early.
That brings on Spangler. Spangler punting for Matt Spiegel, 4th all-time in punting in IUP history, but injured, and they have not had that outstanding kicker this season. And Spangler does a nice job here. And UC will take over once again offensively here. And looking to add to the 7-6 lead. Hotel accommodations provided by the Best Western Charleston Plaza, centrally located in downtown Charleston. Relax in one of the newly refreshed guest rooms. Experience the friendly service and great amenities. The Best Western Charleston Plaza Hotel.
UC football, first down and 10.
So UC back to work offensively now. Johnson and the Golden Eagles started out from the 15. And a hard piece of running there by Tavion Cappy, getting his first work here this afternoon. Cappy, he's been dealing with an ankle injury. Big play potential, this young man. 6 foot 215 out of Watertown, New York. Rushed for 681 yards this season and 9 touchdowns. He's also a pretty good receiver with 12 catches. Johnson looks. Johnson now floats it out, and the catch is made. Nice grab made there by Dickerson, and Dickerson gets the first down for UC.
It's a great football play.
And Johnson just is ready to run, but just kept looking downfield and looking around.
It looks like he commits to the run here, and then he finds the receiver open, throws it to him, makes a big play.
Dickerson's 4th catch of the afternoon. And the 5th completion by Johnson. And Johnson fires, and the catch is made by DeAndre Brooks. Brooks, a freshman out of Cleveland Heights, his 19th grab of the year. He has a couple of touchdowns. Really like this kid's physical presence, and says he's a great blocker. Boy, you look at him there, he's just a freshman. Wait till they get a few years with him in the weight room.
Yeah, that's what you get. That's the benefit of having freshmen who already come in with a good shape. You get to shape them in the weight room. Good play here.
Tavion Cappy, well, we said it. Big play potential, and a big play right there as he roams down to the 40-yard line of IUP. See, looking to add to its lead here. To take advantage of this drive here in the last couple of minutes of this first half. Johnson rifles, catch made. Dickerson spins. Dickerson to the 24-yard line.
Good throw.
How about that move?
Yeah, that was a great move as well. Yeah, he steps right through it. Great move right there. Spin move, good block downfield.
They call that breaking ankles?
Yes, that's breaking ankles for sure.
All right, 2 wide to each side. Fresh set of downs for UC. Elam back in the game. He gets the call. Swings it to the far side. Elam inside the 20. And banged out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Coming up to take him out was Mikhail Mackel.
Number 3, Mikhail Michael.
DeAndre Brooks was out there blocking his receivers. Their receivers block really well.
Second down and short. Johnson rifles and just about had Augustin at the goal line. Mackel again there.
You got IUP coming on a blitz there, and it seems like he threw that ball behind him, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Right into the game, Andrew Floor, tight end, been banged up, senior, and Pat Kirkland said, I'm not sure how much he can play. He said, but I know one thing, we're not going to be able to keep number 45 out of there. All right, so Kelly, once again, in the game. I'd love to utilize him in these situations. Kelly gets the snap, and Kelly, and he drags the tackler with him. That was Clark who got him around the ankles.
19, Jermaine Kelly was the ball carrier.
Kelly on the season, averaging 8.5 per carry.
Yeah. Here we go. There just really wasn't anywhere for him to go. I think they were reading him as run. and everybody was just keying on him.
Well, we mentioned, you have obviously Johnson is your starter, Mason Olszewski, who they really felt good about last year. He got injured, and but has played a good bit of football this season. Then you have Kelly, and then you take John Knox. You see the chain stretched out there. John Knox was a quarterback, moved over to the defensive side. So, hey, coach, I'll go wherever you need me. And they also have another quarterback who has turned into a receiver in Jordan Paul. So a lot of times you see those quarterbacks are not getting to play. They start looking elsewhere for playing time, but those guys chose to stay and help UC get to where they are here this afternoon, and that's in postseason play.
And it's working well for both the player and the team.
Marvin Elam inside the 5-yard line and close to a first down. In fact, I think he has the first down. First and goal to go for UC. Under a minute to go here in this first half. UC up and looking to add to the advantage. We got a timeout here on the field. Now the Golden Eagles with Johnson, Elam, running Tavion Cappy. Some good catches by Dickerson. And Pat Kirkland's crew. Right now on the verge of adding to the lead here. It stands at 1 against IUP.
Well, and I tell you what, getting a touchdown here, coming out at halftime, getting the ball back, that would be huge. If they can move the ball coming out of halftime, I think that gives them a great advantage. Seems like the momentum is swinging back to UC.
Golden Eagle offense this season, 7th best in the country, and almost 43 a game. The IUP defensively holding the opposition to 17.5 per contest. UC back on the field, ready to go. IUP returns. See the numbers for Jeremy Johnson. Gets the snap.
Touchdown.
And Elam
Good play.
finds the end zone. Marvin Elam, his 11th touchdown of the season. And UC.
Good job by that UC offensive line moving. Yeah, you just got hat on hat. That's just man against man there and letting the back find a hole and go.
So Marvin Elam gets the rushing touchdown. Bennis looks for his second extra point of the game, and he's got it. And UC, after falling behind IUP 6-0, they have put together a couple of drives that have resulted in touchdowns, and here's your second one by Elam. Just a spectacular day for NCAA Division II playoff football from the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, Indiana University, Pennsylvania, and from the Mountain East Conference, the University of Charleston. Both leagues represented by 2 schools. Well, that's great for your conference.
Oh, no doubt about it. And being a former head coach at West Virginia State, this is so special for the conference because for the longest, it had not got a lot of credit. But I tell you what, the teams in this conference now can play football, and they play it well.
Marvin Elam's 4-yard run caps off a 10-play, 84-yard drive for UC that took 2:31 off the clock. Comes with 32 ticks remaining. So Bennis will kick it away here. And Pagis, and this time he decides to take a knee, and IUP will have a few seconds left here before we move to the halftime. High-speed internet service for today's game provided by Suddenlink Communications. Call Suddenlink today at 1-800-972-5757. Looks like the victory formation here for IUP. They are ready to call it a half. A couple of field goals produced by the Crimson Hawks and 2 TDs by UC. And at the break, it's the University of Charleston in its first ever Division II playoff game going up against a program that knows all about this time of year. IUP now in its 16th postseason encounter, and Kurt Signetti and his crew will go in and talk it over, and Pat Kirkland's club will do the same. And UC leading it over IUP by a score of 14-6. And again, the winner of this game will get the Shepherd Rams next weekend in Shepherdstown as the journey to Kansas City is underway here in Charleston for these two programs. We've played a half. It's UC 14, IUP 6.
I like things fast. So I was first in line when Frontier started offering a year of Amazon Prime. I don't wait for shipping, and I get instant access to thousands of shows and movies using Frontier's fast, reliable internet.
Switch to Frontier high-speed internet for just $19.99 per month with qualifying phone and 1-year agreement on new internet service, and get 1 year of Amazon Prime.
It's movie time.
Get Frontier high-speed internet today. Call 1-888-FRONTIER.
Brick Street is very committed to their customers. We have a whole team of dedicated individuals that service our business and works jointly with us as a partner.
Quality of service is definitely something that we pride ourselves on.
We have personal relationships with the people we work with at Brick Street.
We're a part of their team.
It's a phone call away, a quick email, your questions are answered expediently. It's very good to have a working relationship like that with our workman's compensation carrier.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
This is Mountain East Conference postseason football on Metro News.
Gorgeous day for football in the capital city of West Virginia, Charleston, and the University of Charleston Golden Eagles and the IUP Crimson Hawks battling in this NCAA Division II playoff game, with the winner getting the Shepherd Rams next week. And at the moment, it's UC 14 and IUP 6, along with former NFL great Carl Lee. I'm Mark Martin. Great to have you back with us here at halftime. Well, it was a 6-0 lead for IUP, a couple of field goals. And we said then that was a good confidence builder for UC all the way around. Their defense holding IUP to a couple of field goals and then a miss. And then finally they get their offense untracked, and they put together a couple of TD scoring drives here, and they have an 8-point lead.
Yeah, I don't think either one of us thought it would be a defensive game, but clearly that's what's happened. Again, UC was able to gain an advantage momentum-wise, being able to keep IUP out of the end zone. And now we got a game. We got a really good game. UC's going to come out in the second half, I'm assuming, try to gain that same momentum and try to take the game away.
We discussed earlier, too, the time of possession was huge, and it really hasn't changed a whole lot. IUP has still had the football just about 7 more minutes than what UC has here, but at the same time, if you're Pat Kirkland, you'll take that 8-point lead.
Yeah, I think IUP was not able to get touchdowns. They were getting field goals, and as long as they're getting field goals, UC's able to get touchdowns, obviously we know how that's going to end.
We discussed the two quarterbacks in this game. What have you seen from those two young men thus far?
Well, I don't think that they are the game at this point. You would have thought that that would have happened, but I think really defense has been the big deal. I think both of those players would like to have done more. They're used to doing more. I know when you start looking at Jeremy Johnson, he's a guy with UC's high-powered offense. They're usually putting points on the board. This is not a typical game for them. So I think trying to figure out what to do and how to make that change, I think that'll be a big deal in the second half.
You know, Marvin Elam, running back for UC's, played solid here in the first half. Tavion Cappy finally got a chance to come in. And on the other side, Temple, he's had some good, strong runs as well for IUP.
Yeah. IUP's been able to run the football in spots. I think they've been able to get some big runs, but they're going to have to be able to sustain the ball this second half in order to keep UC off the field.
All right, again, it is a lead of 8 for the University of Charleston over IUP, and the winner of this game heading on to Shepherdstown next weekend to meet up with the Rams of Shepherd. Back in a moment here in Charleston.
They say a photograph is worth 1,000 words. We say it's worth a whole lot more than that. Dear National Guard, are you up to it? It's up to you.
You or a loved one repeatedly neglecting responsibilities, using alcohol in dangerous situations, addicted to drugs, having legal problems, drinking or using drugs to de-stress? The Highland Health Center can help. The Highland Health Center is a 7-day detoxification and substance abuse recovery unit. So please know, help is available and help works. Visit the website at highlandhosp.com. The Highland Health Center, your detox place.
A home for our heroes. That's what the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility in Clarksburg offers. Personal, compassionate care in a state-of-the-art facility that includes a licensed Alzheimer's unit, a chapel, access to secure gardens and porches, regular outings, recreational opportunities, and much more. No veteran is turned down due to finances. Maximum rates at the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility are 1/3 of the national average. Visit veterans.wv.gov or call 866-WV4-VETS.
I like things fast. So I was first in line when Frontier started offering a year of Amazon Prime. I don't wait for shipping, and I get instant access to thousands of shows and movies using Frontier's fast, reliable internet.
Switch to Frontier high-speed internet for just $19.99 per month with qualifying phone and 1-year agreement on new internet service, and get 1 year of Amazon Prime.
It's movie time.
Get Frontier high-speed internet today. Call 1-888-FRONTIER.
This is NCAA Division II Championship Football on Metro News.
Back in Charleston, a gorgeous day for college football. The University of Charleston Golden Eagles 14 and the Crimson Hawks of IUP out of Indiana, Pennsylvania 6 here in this NCAA Division II football playoff game. Pleasure to be joined by the commissioner of the Mountain East Conference, Reed Amos. Reed, just some thoughts, first of all, on this first half in what is a historic day here for the University of Charleston.
No question. First ever NCAA football appearance for UC, as I know you've well covered in the first half, so it's a historic day for the University of Charleston and the Mountain East as well. The winner of this game will take on Shepherd University next Saturday in Shepherdstown at noon, so 2 Mountain East teams in the playoffs when the series of teams from the Mountain East in any prior conference had never been in a conference where 2 teams had gotten into the D2 football playoffs. So it's definitely an exciting year for the Mountain East Conference.
Yeah, I was going to say this is year 3, and boy, I tell you what, you just could not ask for much more. And this program here at the University of Charleston this is what they've been waiting for. They have been close, but just haven't been able to edge in there, and then finally it happens this season. They lose to Shepherd, and then they went on a nice run.
Absolutely. Only one loss on the season, that lone loss to Shepherd, so we're one of only 3 conferences in NCAA Division II to have 2 teams at home in the playoffs. So thrilled for our members, and today I'm serving in a neutral role, of course, with my role to the NCAA Division II Football Committee and serving as the site rep today. And the directors of athletics from both schools, Steve Roach at IUP and Brent Stevens at the University of Charleston, both doing an outstanding job with their programs. It's a great event so far today.
Yeah, and we talked about it, just so exciting that UC not only getting an opportunity to host, but regardless of who you play, you're excited. But when you play a tradition-rich program like Indiana University, have them coming to your house and all they've done, the Signetti family and on and on, that makes it even more special.
They've been a measuring stick for Division II football success in this region of the country. Indiana University of Pennsylvania has been. They've been on a short list with schools like Slippery Rock for a long time as the measuring stick for Division II football in Super Region 1, and Charleston obviously playing well with them. We've had a great football game thus far today.
Yeah, and again, the winner of this game will get those Shepherd Rams next weekend. And when you talk about this league, Shepherd, they just keep on keeping on, don't they?
An outstanding program, and they've been one of the top programs, of course, as they made it all the way to the national semifinals in 2010 when they were a member of the WVIAC, and they've been in a regional championship 2 years ago, 3 straight years that the #1 seed has come out of the Mountain East. So Shepherd getting the week off with the bye with a 7-team field in each regional.
Well, a big day for UC athletics, not just with this football game,
right,
but later tonight, the men's soccer program gunning for another trip to the Final Four.
An all Mountain East regional final it was between Charleston and Urbana. It was a great game. The East Region final was between LIU Post and Southern New Hampshire, which was won in PKs by LIU Post. So it will be Charleston meeting them again in the round of 8 for a second consecutive year, and they're hoping to get back to the Final Four. They made it all the way to the national final a year ago before falling to Lynn, Florida, of course, and so they've had that game on their mind for quite some time. It should be a great night tonight.
And up in Wheeling, we got volleyball championship at stake tonight.
Yeah, the fall championship schedule winding up for the Mountain East with the volleyball matchup tonight between Fairmont State and Wheeling Jesuit, and all signs pointing toward Wheeling Jesuit hosting the Atlantic Regional in women's volleyball.
Just an exciting time all the way around for the Mountain East Conference region.
Mark, thank you.
Sensational job, my friend.
Thank you.
We're happy for you. All right, it is UC leading IUP 14-6. We're back in a moment here in the capital city of West Virginia.
E.L. Robinson's key to success is saying yes. When a client comes to us, we look at the project and we say yes. We can get the job done for you. We can get it done within your budget, and we can get it done in your time frame. This company was not built to pursue wealth. It was built to satisfy our clients' needs.
There are 86,400 seconds in a day. 86,400 opportunities to seek wisdom, to create, to stretch for your goals. And within every moment is a chance to discover your talents and abilities. A University of Charleston degree is a measure of your discovery, your success, your innovation. If you wait, 86,400 seconds can pass you by. Make every second count. Discover your future of innovation at the University of Charleston.
In this city, documents are centrally located and communication is easy. There's peace of mind knowing that your information is safe and access is flexible. It's a city where businesses thrive with increased workflow, a place where someone is always close by, there when you need them. Get a free customized evaluation of how the CityNet Cloud can help your business. Go to citynetcloud.com.
One drop causes a ripple
and that ripple moves across the water, affecting the entire body. Much the same way, when our schools educate our children for high-tech new economy jobs, the effects flow through West Virginia. These technology-based businesses see we have a workforce ready to grow their industry, and they move here. Then our children get those jobs and stay here. Call your state legislator and ask, what are you doing to bring high-tech businesses to West Virginia? From the West Virginia High Technology Foundation.
On Metro News, this is NCAA Division II Championship Football.
Well, a big day for the Mountain East Conference, and UC playing here, representing this great league. One of those wonderful institutions, and just rich athletic history all the way around, and just making those that are a part of the MEC so proud. And UC here today, and hoping next weekend it's an all MEC showdown in D2 football. We'll look at some of the champs from this season in some of the sports: cross country, men's and women's. 500 to 1,000 spectators at the cross country championships there in Bridgeport. Of course, we were talking soccer earlier. It was a great season for Wheeling Jesuit in volleyball, and those volleyball championships unfolding tonight there in Wheeling, as Fairmont and Wheeling Jesuit will go at it. Jesuit a strong team, and how about that UC men's soccer team trying to get back to the Final Four once again in NCAA Division II men's soccer. They'll play tonight at Schoenbaum Stadium. And when you talk about players of the year in volleyball, Wheeling Jesuit dominating it as they try to win that championship tonight. Just an outstanding season for that program. It's been a busy time for Reed Amos and his crew, and Charleston leading it here 14-6 in the D2 Super Region 1. Slippery Rock, also a member of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, up on Virginia Union 26-7. Assumption a 7-0 advantage over Bowie State. And again next weekend, Charleston or IUP will play the Rams of Shepherd. Monty Cater's crew 10-0, and that was the lone loss for UC this season. Coach Cater, the Coach of the Year. DJ Green, an outstanding freshman from Notre Dame, Ohio. Shanil Jenkins, on the season he has had on the prevent side for Shepherd. Glenville State College had a great season, and certainly didn't hurt to have the Freshman of the Year. And anytime you win a conference championship, get those Players of the Year, and Shepherd had it this season. Again, UC winning the other night over Urbana, 1-0 there at Schoenbaum Stadium here in the capital city. And now tonight they'll get LIU Post. That's a 7 o'clock showdown. And UC, what a job this program has done for the campus along the Kanawha River. Pfeiffer, Midwestern State, Southern New Hampshire, Palm Beach, Rockhurst, and UC in the top 6 of NCAA Division II men's soccer. Back for football in a moment on Metro News.
I like things fast. So I was first in line when Frontier started offering a year of Amazon Prime. I don't wait for shipping, and I get instant access to thousands of shows and movies using Frontier's fast, reliable internet.
Switch to Frontier high-speed internet for just $19.99 per month with qualifying phone and 1-year agreement on new internet service, and get 1 year of Amazon Prime.
It's movie time.
Get Frontier high-speed internet today. Call 1-888-FRONTIER.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one. who makes a longer-lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star, and who can change the world of a fifth grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
This is Mountain East Conference postseason football on Metro News.
UC in the lead, 14-6, and here's how the first TD got all started, Carly.
Yep, quarterback let it go, kind of got away from him, easy pick, turned into a touchdown.
Yeah, Luke Sears with the pick, and then they bring in Kelly, does what he does so well, and then how about Marvin Elam?
Great job by the offensive line. They just blew them out.
There was a 6-0 lead by IUP on a couple of field goals, and then UC responded with those 2 touchdowns. QB comparison right now, and pretty even with these 2 guys.
Yeah, like you said, I don't think either one of them has reached what they would have thought they would be at this point in time. I think these are spectacular quarterbacks that typically put up great numbers. This has been a great defensive game, though.
And Williams with the rushing lead and Johnson with the passing edge. And so UC with this 14-6 lead, and they're going to get the football to start this second half. An interception by Sears, the lone turnover in the first half. IUP did fumble a couple of times, but they managed to retrieve it. End over end kick, and Wagner will take it. Wagner with Roush out in front, and Wagner down the sideline, and Wagner finally steps out at the 44-yard line. So nice return by Torrey Wagner.
Yep, so UC will start the half out with good field position. UC's only had 1 penalty.
And that is something that would make any coach happy, and certainly that gentleman, Pat Kirkland, season 5 as the head coach. History-making day for his program, and really wanting to add another layer by getting the first ever playoff victory. Johnson will turn and give it to Tavion Cappy, and Cappy finding running room. He bobbles the football and takes it out of bounds.
They caught IUP in a blitz there, and he just found the open gap.
We do have a flag down. Get the call here from Edwin Lee.
Holding on the offense, number 3. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
Yep, so here you see him get the hold right out on the edge. Now, typically receivers, when they block DBs, not because I'm a DB, they usually do hold us.
Joey Augustin called for the hold, so second penalty of the game for UC. First down. Johnson gives to Cappy. Another flag comes out, and the ball is loose, and IUP is on it. Jamal Everett. There's a flag down. We'll see what that's going to be about. But Cappy lost the football in front of the IUP bench.
Foul. Shot block on the offense, number 77 and 79. The penalties are declined. Result of play is a recovery by IUP. First down.
See if we can see where this happens at. There's the fumble. It was a good hit. The hit was made right on the ball and bounced up.
Yeah, the hit made him. Yeah. Great hit there made by Franco. And Everett comes up with the fumble recovery, and IUP gets a break here.
You see with the blitz.
Williams in trouble, and Williams going to take off with it.
He's got a chance.
And finally slowed down out here in the boundary, but Lenny Williams into UC territory. Trey Kelly made the stop for the Golden Eagles. So give Lenny Williams 9 on the play, 2nd down and short. 3 receivers to the top of your screen for Williams. And Williams wants to keep it again and powers inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And Rakeem Stallings comes up and makes the stop. Lenny Williams, kind of a quiet first half for that young man, so we'll see what he can do here as IUP tries to take advantage of the turnover, and back they go to Temple, and Temple is cut around the ankles by John Kaminsky there. Freshman, a redshirt freshman out of Barberton, Ohio.
You see also sending blitzing on the inside.
Second down for IUP. 2 receivers to each side for Williams. On a 1-step drop and launches it out, and the catch made by McVeigh.
This is number 10, Sean McVeigh.
McVeigh has had a series of injuries during his career. Out of Miramar High School in Miami. School has produced some great college players. So 3rd down and short for IUP. Williams will keep. And Williams is right there at the 29-yard line. It's so neat to have this coaching matchup here. Both guys in their 5th season, both with ties to the WVU football program.
One of the things I find interesting, both of them clearly rely on their quarterbacks as well.
You see Kurt Signetti, and he has been some places now. Started with Foge Fazio at Pitt, went to Davidson, he was at Rice, he was at Temple, and they get the first down. To NC State with current Marshall head coach Doc Holliday, and had Phillip Rivers while he was there, and then Russell Wilson. Then he goes to Alabama with Nick Saban, and one of the #1 recruiting classes in the country as the recruiting coordinator. But a chance to be the head coach, and right now his team trying to fight back in it here, and Temple gets the handoff, and Temple powers his way down to the 25-yard line. Good hard running by Temple.
No doubt. Was Fazio, was he the coach? He was also a coach in Minnesota. Was he not the coach in Minnesota? Did he coach DBs? Do you know? Because when I got to Minnesota, he had just left, and guys loved him. They talked about how great a guy he was as a coach.
He took over at Pitt after Jackie Sherrill. And here's Williams into the opening, and Williams down to the 5-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Torrey Wagner, but a nice piece of running. Wow.
Right up inside. Quick hitter. He just found the gap and took it. Good run.
1st and goal to go for Lenny Williams, and IUP trying to edge closer here. They had a 6-0 lead. UC has since scored 14. For this 8-point advantage. Williams hands to Temple, and Temple to the goal line, and they're going to mark him just shy. Temple just within reach of the end zone. 2nd down and goal to go here for the Crimson Hawks. tight end and an H-back, and they're going to have movement on the left side of the line by IUP. I think they're going to get...
Ball start. Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Joe Peterson, the left tackle.
That is not what you want. That is not what you want on the goal line.
Peterson, a true freshman, making his 6th straight start here today. Well, every time that IUP has gotten close to the end zone, UC has responded. You get a break there on the penalty. Williams fakes it. Williams straight up the middle and driven back.
UC's done a great job inside the red area.
Got him high, got him low. Cater put the finishing touches on. But Cater said that name a lot today.
Yes, a bunch.
So it's 3rd down. Football at the 4. Now they are going to send Temple out wide. McVay in the slot.
And it looks like it's man-to-man. Nobody in the middle.
Empty backfield. Edwards in motion. And Williams will go straight ahead and get into the end zone for the touchdown. And IUP draws within 2.
Classic spread everybody out, all 5 guys out, and quarterback just find the gap and take it. And he's a strong runner on top of that.
Hey, you know, anytime you collide there with Cater,
yes,
and you're able to find your way into the end zone, that is a nice piece of running by the outstanding Lenny Williams. And now Stewart, who has a couple of field goals in the game, trying to tack on an extra point here, and he does. And it's a 14-13 lead for UC as IUP finally gets into the end zone here this afternoon in Charleston.
Yeah, this is just strong running. You know, they spread everybody out. And again, you're right. Him and Cater make contact. He's able to force himself into the end zone. And I don't think you expect that from a quarterback.
So Lenny Williams with his 9th rushing touchdown of the season. Again, over 1,000 yards rushing now. And wow, when you look down, and he's just a freshman, so
That's amazing.
Kurt Signetti can sleep well at night.
Yes, he can.
And again, his backup is Chase Hazlitt. He is the son of former NFL coach Jim Hazlitt, who was a 3-time All-American at Indiana University, Pennsylvania. And Chase Hazlitt started his career at Illinois, transferred, and he set a IUP single game completions record a year ago, 34. Threw for 2,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, but he did suffer 15 interceptions. He was the starter in game 1 before they turned to Williams. His father, again mentioned, 3-time All-American, has his jersey number 86 retired. So here is the kick, and take him back. And play here as they try to find yardage as Joseph Hinnett gets the call. After Wagner had been the return man, Hinnett, youngster out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, played at Frederick Douglass High School, junior DB. So he gets it to the 20, and that's where UC will take over now. Sunsplash day here in Charleston. So a 10-play, 51-yard drive by IUP. Takes 4:30 off the clock. Lenny Williams, a 4-yard touchdown run, the extra point. And UC's lead trimmed to 1. Johnson handing it. Elam. Elam at the 25, 30, 35, and to the 38-yard line goes Marvin Elam. 18-yard pickup there. Now they're going to mark him out back at the 32-yard line.
Gets a good block on the edge. Good running. Lowers his head here. He could have went out of bounds, lowered his head. Got a couple extra yards.
Johnson going to keep it. Johnson across the 35. And then he is driven out of bounds. And nice defensive play there. Eric Williams coming up, making the stop. He's a transfer from Pittsburgh. Second team All Super Region 1 pick. Had one interception on the season. Again, we mentioned this defense with 20 interceptions. Here's the handoff. Elam. Elam finds the opening, and Elam charges to the 40-yard line. Well, Elam's had a busy afternoon.
He's had a busy day. He has great vision, good cutting.
His 11th carry on the afternoon. He's up over 80 yards. Here is the snap, and here's Kelly, and Kelly up to midfield. Jermaine Kelly. Well, he loved to bring that youngster in and let him do just that.
And you kind of like to think that when you see him come in, he's going to run the ball. You can kind of protect yourself with it. But I think this kid is this kid's athletic. He's strong, and I think he loves running over people.
Well, again, they have that great fourth down percentage, and he's a big reason why. Flicking it out is Johnson, and into the hands of Dickerson, and Dickerson still on his feet.
Good
Dickerson
move.
At the 25-20, Dickerson will score.
That's just a football play right there. That's a guy just wants to make a play.
Rashawn Dickerson, just a quick flick out of the right hand of Jeremy Johnson, and Rashawn Dickerson does the rest.
Just a simple throw, catch. Now it's all one-on-one stuff here. This is just athletic play right there.
And just one great move after another.
Yep.
Weed through traffic there.
That's a football play.
Just like that, UC responds. Bennis with the kick. And UC 21, IUP 13. Rashawn Dickerson on the touchdown reception for the Golden Eagles as they come back after IUP gets its first touchdown of the game. The Golden Eagles come right back. Rashawn Dickerson, all kinds of moves, and hits pay dirt.
They say a photograph is worth 1,000 words. We say it's worth a whole lot more than that. Dear National Guard, are you up to it? It's up to you.
If you're traveling to the game, a weekend road trip, or just around town, you need to stop at GoMart. You'll find a GoMart open 24 hours a day right off the interstate or right off Main Street in your local community. You can refuel your ride with quality gasoline and also yourself with popular snacks, drinks, and more. We're making it easy to keep up with your busy schedule by keeping you on the go. GoMart is the proud title sponsor of the Mountain East Conference Basketball Championship.
Go for good times. Go for GoMart.
There are 86,400 seconds in a day. 86,400 opportunities to seek wisdom, to create, to stretch for your goals. And within every moment is a chance to discover your talents and abilities. A University of Charleston degree is a measure of your discovery, your success, your innovation. If you wait, 86,400 seconds can pass you by. Make every second count. Discover your future of innovation at the University of Charleston.
This is NCAA Division II Championship Football on Metro News.
Talking to UC head coach Pat Kirkland about his players, and that guy said big play ability. He's got 6 catches on the day, 111 yards, and he just capped off a 5-play, 80-yard drive as he takes the pass in the flat, from quarterback Jeremy Johnson, and it's a 51-yard strike into the end zone, and UC with a 21-13 lead over IUP here.
The best play of the day so far.
Bennis will kick it away. He's had some good kickoffs today, and skies this one. And going to go into the hands of Rex Pierce. Pierce, a backup tight end out of McKeesport. Also plays fullback for Kurt Signetti's crew. UC responded after IUP finally found the end zone. See what the Crimson Hawks can do here now as they take over offensively at their own 33-yard line. Kurt Signetti went to coaching family. His father, Frank, in the College Football Hall of Fame for all the great work he did at IUP, and of course certainly did some great work at WVU as well. And younger brother, Frank Jr., the offensive coordinator for the St. Louis Rams. And here is Pegues, and this play goes nowhere as they hand it to the speedy Pegues.
Yeah, UC had great pursuit here. It's the first time we've seen this play, them trying to get out wide. I think UC was just too fast, too quick for him on the outside.
2nd down and 11. Jalen Nelson. A great game here this afternoon for the Golden Eagles. Lenny Williams finds Pegues. Pegues to the 41-yard line. Zaire Lewis, number 36, sophomore, all Mountain East Conference pick. 5 interceptions on the season for Lewis, and makes the stop there. He's out of Akron. 3rd down at the 40. Pegues goes in motion. Williams turns, hands it off, and here is Temple, and Temple is bottled up. Jonathan Pruden and several others join in. Pruden, the Burlington, New Jersey native, leads the charge.
Starting to see a little bit of swagger with UC. They feel pretty confident about what they're doing.
Malcolm Cater has been excellent this afternoon. So punting situation for Jordan Spangler. Spangler, a bit of a high snap that he snags at the 25, and are they going to down that? I believe they are.
Yep.
Outstanding
Great
play by the coverage unit. So it's 21-13. UC. They will have the football back, but they got a long way to go. They lead it by 8 over IUP in this NCAA Division II playoff game in Charleston.
A home for our heroes. That's what the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility in Clarksburg offers. Personal, compassionate care in a state-of-the-art facility that includes a licensed Alzheimer's unit, a chapel, access to secure gardens and porches, regular outings, recreational opportunities, and much more. No veteran is turned down due to finances. Maximum rates at the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility are 1/3 of the national average. Visit veterans.wv.gov or call 866-WV4-VETS.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
Brick Street is very committed to their customers. We have a whole team of dedicated individuals that service our business and works jointly with us as a partner.
Quality of service is definitely something that we pride ourselves on.
We have personal relationships with the people we work with at Brick Street.
We're a part of their team.
It's a phone call away, a quick email, your questions are answered expediently. It's very good to have a working relationship like that with our workman's compensation carrier.
On Metro News, this is NCAA Division II Championship Football.
Well, before it was the University of Charleston, it was Morris Harvey College, and they had football back in the day. They played in the Tangerine Bowl January 1st, 1951 against Emory and Henry. They won 35-14. They were also in something called the Burley Bowl in Johnson City, Tennessee. They beat Lebanon, PA. In that game, they played in the Elks Bowl against East Carolina, and they were victorious there. The only bowl loss they had, the Cigar Bowl in 1954. They lost to Tampa 27-0. So since that Cigar Bowl, this is the first postseason play since. And here is Elam in trouble, and boy, they're going to give him credit for getting
that was
questionable. To the one. Wow.
I guess that was forward progress.
Let's
see what he does. Let's see if he gets out of there.
Right there.
That was close, though. His feet were on the one.
And Nick Dabowski just about had himself a safety. Dabowski was a fullback for a couple of years before they moved him over onto the defensive side. And here's Johnson again, handing it to Elam, and Elam will squeak out to the 5-yard line. So they're in this position thanks to that 58-yard punt by Jordan Spangler. And they got the roll, and then Tyke Turner with the outstanding coverage there for the punt team. So you got to be very careful right here.
Yeah, you got to, when you get the ball, you got to go north-south. You can't be dancing around, because before you know it, you could find yourself in the end zone and be a safety.
Third down, football at the 5. Johnson will keep. Johnson puts a move on the defender, and Johnson has first down yardage as he shoots out to the 16-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for Jeremy Johnson. What a move.
And like we said, this guy's not just a runner. He's a passer, but clearly he can run.
Nice piece of running there by Johnson. Again, 570 yards coming into today's game on the ground. Johnson turns. Elam looks for yardage and gets it out over the 20 to the 21. Gain of 5 for Marvin Elam. Again, if you're just joining us, IUP with a couple of field goals to start this game. UC responded with 2 touchdowns, had a 14-6 lead. IUP got within 1 with its first touchdown of the day, but UC battles back. Here's Johnson looking to throw and looking for his big play man in Dickerson, who had the 51-yard touchdown earlier, but he can't hang on to that throw.
It's a good defensive play. It's going to be a tough catch, because the ball's looks like the ball's kind of going behind him, so he has to make a really acrobatic catch, and safety, I believe, comes over and knocks it out of his hand.
Third down and 5 here for UC. 3 receivers, bottom of your screen. Augustin to the top. Play clock winding down. Johnson gets the snap, fires it out, looking for Elam, and it's incomplete. So Bennis will check into the game. Johnson trots off. Bennis on the afternoon, a 44.7 average. Here you see what Johnson has done today through the air. And that 51-yard TD play with Dickerson. So Kurt Signetti's crew going to get the football back here, trailing by 8. Bennis standing at his 7, and the kick is blocked. Bennis will pick it up at the 5, or fall on it at the 5, but a big special teams play right there by Diamond Jones.
This almost just looks like they just really did not really force that block. They should have stepped into that block.
Diamond Jones, how about just putting the left hand up, and big guy comes up with a huge special teams play. Jones again out of Huber Heights, Ohio. Think about special teams play, and you think a lot of great coaches, one being Frank Beamer, coaching his final game today. They're at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg against North Carolina, who has a West Virginia connection, and Ryan Switzer, who's been a great special teams player as a punt returner for the Tar Heels. All right, IUP in business here. Trying to edge closer, and the handoff to Temple, and Temple will grind his way to the 1.
What a turn of events that is right there.
Danilo Morales with the tackle, and they line up. Official falls down. Williams fights his way in. The ball is loose, and they are going to give IUP the touchdown. Despite the fact, at the moment, Trey Kelly of UC has the football in his hands. And see what
I'm sure all it has to do is just break the plane.
Well, the umpire went tumbling down. Scott Ray, he hopped right back up, and
he had broken the plane. He just pulled it out of his hands at that point.
And see what Kurt Signetti and his coaching staff elect to do here. At the moment, you see the offensive unit on the field with the score standing at 21-19. They kicked earlier when they got the touchdown to still trail by 1, but now they're going to go for 2. Williams fakes it to Temple and throws, an incomplete. Intended for Shaunique Brown, so it's a 2-point edge for the University of Charleston Golden Eagles as IUP takes advantage of the blocked punt. Special teams so crucial in any game, but at this time of the year, as these teams battle to begin what they hope will be a 5-game journey.
And you see 22 just kind of turned himself away out of that and allowed him to get all the way through to get his hand up.
Just a great play by Jones all the way around. How about that for a football name, Diamond?
There are some names just perfect for football, that's for sure.
Diamond in the rough, maybe. All right, Pat Kirkland's crew still holding a 2-point lead here with 2:41 remaining in the third quarter. It just has been one that these teams have stayed close to one another. Just a 2-play, 5-yard drive. It just took 27 seconds, and Lenny Williams with his second touchdown of the game. Sean Bowling will kick it off. Wagner is the deep man, flanked by Roush and Hinnant, and Wagner's going to take it at the goal line. Wagner to the 25-yard line. So Torrey Wagner zooms to the 25. Stop was made by Aquino Robertson. So here comes UC back offensively. What a game.
Yes, been a great game. Been a great game.
In UC with just the lone loss to Shepherd. That was in week 2 of the season. And IUP's 2 losses by 1 point. And the winner of this game will make the trek to the beautiful eastern panhandle of the Mountain State next weekend. Could be an all Mountain East Conference showdown between UC and Shepherd. IUP and Shepherd have met before in postseason play, and here's Elam. Elam breaks a tackle. Elam loses the football. They say he is down at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. Elam.
Mark, I think that's a bad call right there. I hate that. I think that was knocked out of his hand.
Elam just running in place and then gets the handoff and breaks a tackle right there. Dorian Lane had him.
That's not even close.
And football on the turf. Chris David, number 6, scooped it up. That's a 28-yard pickup. The officials discuss it. IUP players are pointing that way.
Got a couple UCs going the other way.
UC players are pointing toward the Capitol.
You can clearly see he's up.
I mean, he was stripped. And the strip was made by Eric Williams, showing why he's a second-team All-Super Region 1 pick. Chris David scooped it up. IUP, they were trailing 21-13. They got the blocked punt that led to a touchdown, and now they're hopeful of getting the football on a fumble. And Kurt Signetti, pretty confident his team is going to have the football.
Got a fumble on the play. After recovery by IUP, we had an inadvertent whistle. IUP will accept the ball when the whistle's blown. First down.
Tough break for UC and a big one for IUP. And that's how they teach it, right, Carl Lee, right there, number 7 Williams. Strip it.
Strip it. And he definitely did, and it was not even close.
And boy, you know, they do have that whistle there. You wonder what Chris David there, he didn't want to stop. All right, so big break for IUP here. They had the football. And what a sensational run.
Great run. Great run.
So Lenny Williams has the offense out. Edwin Lee ready to get us up and running. And here we go. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. 1 to the top. Temple in the backfield. Williams fakes to Temple, and Williams into UC territory at the 48-yard line.
The way he runs the football, it would worry me as a head coach, because I'd be afraid he's going to get hurt.
Rakeem Stallings made the stop. Stallings has just been sensational this season, and glad that he got the opportunity to play here today. It was very doubtful when we talked to Pat Kirkland earlier in the week, and getting the call is Temple. You know, we talked about Luigi Listabrenza and the good running he was doing before going out with the injury for IUP.
He was averaging over 8 yards a carry, and he's not been back in.
And he limped off, so they have gone with Temple, who's had the outstanding season. Again, Listabrenza had only played in 6 games heading into this playoff encounter. Kurt Signetti paces, and whistles sound.
Timeout. Charleston. First timeout.
Pat Kirkland taking a timeout here. Saw something obviously he didn't like. We talked about Coach Signetti being in that game here, and this is his first trip back since a long time ago. I know back then, too, you were in Institute preparing for the game for 2 weeks, but obviously a memory of a lifetime.
Oh, for me, I fought the North-South, and I still think the North-South game is probably the greatest high school experience that you can have here in the state of West Virginia. If you play football, I think that becomes the most memorable thing, and you meet guys that you played against. You spend that time on State's campus. You get to know them, and it's lifelong friends from there. You know, I can remember Stevie Edwards not liking him because he was a GW guy, got on campus and became friends, and we're friends today.
And we were mentioning that Virginia Tech North Carolina game, mentioning Ryan Switzer, and he was his high school coach.
Yep.
And again, just so many Division I players that came from that game, yourself, and then you got to play one college game here? Did you have a college game here?
Yes, Marshall. We played. I think it may have been.
Did you have a pick?
Yes, I did have a pick.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a great day. I remember coming back and playing here in college because I never thought I'd be back.
All right, big third down here. Williams gets away for the defenders and gets the first down.
UC was blitzing off this side. He went the other way.
He is tough to stop.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. He's really a running back that happens to be able to throw and is playing quarterback.
A lot of those guys these days.
Yes, that's the guy you're looking for.
Kurt Signetti has him, and he's not going to let him go anywhere, that's for sure. Again, he's going to have him for a long time. Pegues in motion. IUP on the move and trying to retake the lead across the middle, and the catch is made. Outstanding grab by McVeigh, and he will score. McVeigh hauls it in from Williams and takes it 34 yards into the end zone. McVeigh with the touchdown, his first of the season.
Perfect throw, perfect catch. Bad tackle there. Changes the scoreboard.
McVeigh out of Miramar in Miami, showing some wheels right there after the catch. And IUP, after having a 6-0 lead on a couple of field goals, you see got the lead at 14-6. And now the Crimson Hawks back in front. Ball is down, kick is up, and Stewart bangs it through. 26-21, IUP and the University of Charleston battling here for the right to meet the Shepherd Rams next weekend.
Got to run through that tackle. Just have to.
And McVeigh, he never stopped, did he?
No. This is a half kind of turnovers now. Special teams.
IUP has capitalized on a blocked punt and a fumble by UC to get back in front here. A couple of field goals by Ryan Stewart, 44 and 29 yards respectively. In the opening quarter, UC responded with a Jermaine Kelly 1-yard run and Marvin Elam 4-yard run. In the second quarter, for a 14-6 halftime lead, Lenny Williams 4-yard run and the extra point. It was 14-13. Take another look at that TD grab by McVeigh. Sean Dickerson hauled in a pass from Jeremy Johnson, took a 51 yards. Since then, Lenny Williams a 1-yard run, and then Sean McVeigh's 34-yard touchdown reception. Wagner lets it bounce, and it goes into the end zone. And UC now going to try to fight back here and get back in front. 34-yard pass from Williams to McVeigh, capping off a 4-play 51-yard drive that just took 1:49 off the clock. So under a minute to go here in the third.
I think this is a big possession for UC here.
Well, they had the lead and kind of the momentum, but has indeed shifted here.
Yes.
So Johnson. Tavion Cappy back in the game, and Cappy slams his way forward for just a couple, and that's about it. Bang pretty hard there, running through the line. Cappe played in 10 games this season. Again, 681 yards. Long run of the season 35, started most of the games and had 2 100-yard outings. And here's Johnson, fires, and the catch is made by Joey Augustin, a guy who's been quiet today.
He's been very, very quiet. At 6'4", 200 pounds, I think I'm at least going to test him downfield some.
Well, 3 quarters are in the books here in Charleston. What a game in this NCAA Division II opening round football championship playoff showdown between Lenny Williams and the Crimson Hawks of IUP and Jeremy Johnson, Rashawn Dickerson, and the UC Golden Eagles. And as we move on to the final quarter of play, it is IUP in the lead over the homestanding Golden Eagles. Back in Charleston in a moment.
I like things fast. So I was first in line when Frontier started offering a year of Amazon Prime. I don't wait for shipping, and I get instant access to thousands of shows and movies using Frontier's fast, reliable internet.
Switch to Frontier high-speed internet for just $19.99 per month with qualifying phone and 1-year agreement on new internet service, and get 1 year of Amazon Prime.
It's movie time.
Get Frontier high-speed internet today. Call 1-888-FRONTIER.
E.L. Robinson's key to success is saying yes. When a client comes to us, we look at the project and we say yes. We can get the job done for you. We can get it done within your budget, and we can get it done in your time frame. This company was not built to pursue wealth. It was built to satisfy our clients' needs.
Cheer for the stumbles. The he shoulda had that's. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
It's the Silverado Sell-Down event at Northside Chevrolet, Route 19 in Summersville. The 2016s are on their way, and the discounts have never been better on the 2015s. Regular cabs, double cabs, and crew cabs are all on sale with discounts up to $11,000 on select models. That's right, save up to $11,000 on a new crew cab Silverado. No Foursquare, no gimmicks, just the best deal, period. Drive the few money-saving miles up Route 19 to Summersville or shop online at NorthsideWV.com. Northside Chevrolet, find new roads.
This is Mountain East Conference postseason football on Metro News.
Away we go to the fourth quarter here in Charleston. University of Charleston Stadium, Laley Field, and it's the UC Golden Eagles and the IUP Crimson Hawks in a dandy here in this opening round game for the NCAA Division II playoffs. Winner getting Shepherd next weekend. IUP up by 5 at 26-21. Tavion Cappy rushing the football on the first play of the fourth quarter. Ready for 15 more minutes?
15 more minutes of good football.
Cappy trying to make his presence felt here down the stretch. DeAndre Easterling, defensive end, and that 4-2-5 look for IUP made the stop. Johnson rolls, Johnson fires, catch made by Joey Augustin right at midfield for the first down.
I really think he could be a game changer. I think he's probably the best athlete out at the receiver position in this game.
Again, he was a first-team pick. Now, he just had 45 catches on the season. Just say 45, but usually, you see those gaudy numbers. But Pat Kirkland, said, hey, you really know the coaches respected what he did because they watched him and they knew he was ever dangerous and maybe didn't get all the throws and catches. And then again, also just the great running attack that they also have.
Yeah.
You're not putting it up as much as some teams do. Johnson right there got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Second down.
Two receivers to each side. Johnson floats it out, and Cappy.
Ooh. He had some yards in front of him.
quickly now after the Augustin first down snag. UC looks at a 3rd and 10. I'll tell you one thing I love. You know, you watch Pat Kirkland on the sidelines. Kids come off, always encouraging, and
I've had a chance to talk with him, and he's not what you think a coach would come, how he comes across. He's just a really good guy.
Yeah.
He likes coaching, not all the yelling and screaming. He likes actual coaching.
And the same can be said across the way for Kurt Signetti. Just two great coaches and two great gentlemen. Here's Johnson looking, sets up, fires, and getting his hands on it and batting it away was Alan Wright. Alan Wright, a sophomore, is a freshman a year ago, played in all 11 games. He has a TD for...
Let's see if this ball was even behind him a little bit.
Wright, as they try to get it to Dickerson. Wright, again, has mentioned those TDs by 5 different players on interceptions, and he had one this season. So Bennett's going to have to punt, and you see down by 5. And an unusual punt formation here for the Golden Eagles.
Timeout. Charleston. Second timeout.
So UC having to burn a timeout there. There's some confusion. Hotel accommodations provided by the Best Western Charleston Plaza, centrally located in downtown Charleston. Relax in one of the newly refreshed guest rooms. Experience the friendly service and great amenities. The Best Western Charleston Plaza Hotel. Sounds like a good place to unwind after a great college football game here. I'll tell you what, these teams have battled.
Yes, they have. It has been a hard-fought football game.
Just see the road to Kansas City in the Super Region 1. Again, it's 26-21 here in Charleston. Slippery Rock, fellow member of the PSAC with IUP, up on Virginia Union 33-14. Assumption on top of Bowie State right now, 23-10. Again, the winner of this one moving on to the Eastern Panhandle of the state next weekend. Take on Monty Cater's unbeaten Rams of Shepherd. Bennis gets it away. The Geese got away, and boy, did Bennis. Oh, my. That's just about as close, Carl Lee, as you can get it. Wow. So Kurt Signetti and his crew will take over offensively, leading it here. You work on it all the time, and
Man, that was really close.
Kane Roush there trying to run it down for the Golden Eagles. Inside this historic venue here at Charleston, West Virginia. Just some history of great high school teams, semi-pro teams, and some of those old Morris Harvey teams we talked about earlier. They all played here. It's, of course, a much different looking facility than back in the day. Williams rifles it out to Shanique Brown, who makes the snag. Shanique Brown with his 3rd catch of the day. And come into today's game with 22 grabs. UC got a clamp down defensively here. IUP looking to add to its 5-point advantage. And it's Temple, and Temple stood up there around the 25-yard line.
Good solid tackle here. Good wrap, could have brought his legs, but great tackle, great game tackle.
And once again, Malcolm Cater. It's a 3rd down for the Crimson Hawks, leading by 5. Williams and Temple twisting and gets the first down out to the 32-yard line. Nice hard running there by Temple. In 4 100-yard games. And a game this season against Cal, 255 yards, 6th best in school history. Had a 234-yard effort against Edinburgh, and that is the 8th best in IUP football history. Another heavy dose of Temple, and Temple, and he got stuck, paying the price there. Good hard running. Cater again there, James King.
You can definitely tell that the tone has changed for IUP. They want to pound it now, chew that clock up, and they're going to use them.
Second down. Temple on the day. 77 yards on 20 carries. The long of 13. He switches sides, gets the handoff, and up the middle goes Temple, and Temple will have the first down. I think he just got to the marker.
Yeah, they're going to. UC's going to have to change. They're going to have to change something. They're going to have to stop him because they're not going to stop running him, and because they want to chew the clock up now. And so UC's going to have to take some chances.
In IUP, 16th NCAA Division II playoff appearance. We're in national championship games in 1990 and 1993. 1st and 10. Williams keeps it. Williams up the middle, and boy, he was crunched. And it's Cater once more.
I was going to say, you can probably guess who that was going to be.
Cater came into this game with 69 tackles. I think he's had 69 today.
Great textbook tackle.
Shows you what a tough player that Williams is, too.
Yes, as a quarterback.
Take a lick like that. You mentioned Williams coming in, looking to be the first QB in PSAC history to rush for 1,000 in the season. Did it last week, but took that sack. But here he is on the move and into UC territory. Nice first down run by Williams. I don't think that hard hit
didn't phase him at all. He's still running. You look at the end of that play, it looks like a running back.
IUP with its 18th first down. 19-18 in the first down department. Now back to Temple they go, and Temple down to the 36-yard line.
Chris Temple was the ball carrier. Tackled by number 7, Rakeem Stallings.
IUP is 8th in all-time playoff wins in NCAA Division II and 6th in playoff appearances. Frank Signetti and Kurt Signetti, first 4 years, the best first 4-year numbers as far as wins and losses go. And good job there by UC defensively. Jalen Nelson into upend Temple.
Yep, I think UC's starting to take a few chances there. They've got a blitz going there. IUP is just blocking just man on man. It's more of a zone principle, and the backs are just finding the crease and taking it. So UC's now trying to probably blitz and try to just hope to get lucky. That time it worked for him.
So a shot there, Jalen Nelson, just a redshirt freshman. So Pat Kirkland's going to enjoy that young man for several years. Third down here and 5. Williams, he will keep it, and Williams fights and fights, but we're going to probably, as you called it, a face mask on C.J. Bagwell for UC. Did a nice job of corralling Williams, but he's going to probably pay the price.
I'm going to assume that's going to be a 5-yard. I don't think it was going to be a 15-yarder.
It's no foul. Face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Well, they had it defended pretty well.
Yeah, they did.
Bagwell fights off the blocker. Bagwell.
Good open field tackle on a good runner.
Yeah, sophomore out of Magna Vista, Virginia. Pat Kirkland looks over that sheet. Anything here, you know, they've done a good job defensively. If you're UC, they've limited IUP on occasion today to field goals, and they definitely need to do that here. If,
yes.
You know, you're looking at this 5-point deficit here.
They've been pretty good inside the red area of forcing them in to have to kick field goals.
And Lenny Williams and company, they have other ideas, and Williams loses the football and then gets away. And Williams to the 10, 5, and then driven out of bounds by John Knox. Knox, the former quarterback who moved over to the defensive side and puts the lick on an outstanding quarterback as Williams made what looked like disaster into another first down.
He may want to stay on the ground after that.
John Knox said, "I'll help you any way I can, coach." And here is Temple, and Temple bottled up as he gets inside the 5. UC looking for its first ever postseason win at the NCAA Division II level. First ever playoff game here this afternoon. IUP with a record of 18-15. 6 semifinal appearances by that program under Frank Signetti. Two receivers. Bottom of the screen, Williams. Touchdown, IUP.
Now I think it's going to be tough.
Lenny Williams.
Good block ahead of him. And just good power running.
Great drive by IUP. Stewart comes on and drills it through. 33-21. Biggest lead of the day for IUP. Lenny Williams with his 3rd touchdown of the day. And IUP stretching out the deficit against UC here in Charleston.
E.L. Robinson's key to success is saying yes. When a client comes to us, we look at the project and we say yes. We can get the job done for you. We can get it done within your budget, and we can get it done in your time frame. This company was not built to pursue wealth. It was built to satisfy our clients' needs.
I like things fast. So I was first in line when Frontier started offering a year of Amazon Prime. I don't wait for shipping, and I get instant access to thousands of shows and movies using Frontier's fast, reliable internet.
Switch to Frontier high-speed internet for just $19.99 per month with qualifying phone and 1-year agreement on new internet service, and get 1 year of Amazon Prime.
It's movie time.
Get Frontier high-speed internet today. Call 1-888-FRONTIER.
Are you or a loved one repeatedly neglecting responsibilities, using alcohol in dangerous situations, addicted to drugs, having legal problems, drinking or using drugs to de-stress? The Highland Health Center can help. The Highland Health Center is a 7-day detoxification and substance abuse recovery unit. So please know, help is available and help works. Visit the website at highlandhosp.com. The Highland Health Center, your detox place.
This is NCAA Division II Championship Football on Metro News.
A lot of time left in the game, but the University of Charleston will have to get busy. IUP now with its biggest lead of the game, 33-21. Lenny Williams, a 4-yard touchdown run, followed by a Ryan Stewart extra point, capping off a 13-play, 80-yard drive.
If this was a regular season game, you would think that UC, that deficit would not be a problem. As quick as they can score, that would not be a problem. As good as defense has been played in this game, it may be a little bit of a challenge for them.
And UC coming in averaging 42.9 a game, 7th best in NCAA Division II. And the kick. And the ball going to take a bounce. And IUP may have fallen on it. IUP has come up with the football. It bounced, I believe, right in front of Roush, and it just went the other way.
Yes, kicking into the wind, and the ball bounced back to the return team.
And gobbling it up for IUP was Eric Doe. Doe, a defensive back, 6 foot 190, sophomore out of Darby, Pennsylvania. Any of the IUP faithful that have made the long journey here to the capital city. And now Williams will go to Temple. And UC will do everything it can defensively now here as IUP going to whittle away at that clock. Kaminsky making the stop there for UC. 2nd down. And a great day for college football here in Charleston. Glad you could be with us here on Metro News. IUP and UC.
We're working that play clock all the way down.
Temple up the middle. Temple breaks a tackle. Temple inside the 10, and Temple down to the 3-yard line. See where they mark Temple. Wow, what a run by Temple.
You're talking about a kid 5'11", 220, just pounding you all day long.
Excellent run by Temple. Following the special teams miscue by UC, IUP trying to cash in. Temple gets the handoff, and Temple is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Toughest part of a game is when something like that happens, and in your head you're like, okay, we don't have a chance to win. You kind of just don't play quite as hard. You just feel like, oh gosh, we've lost. You got to find a way to fight through that and try to make something happen.
39-21 now, and Stewart will look to add to the lead. And he does. 40-21. Just like that, IUP. A 19-point advantage over UC. Chris Temple into the end zone. IUP in control here in Charleston.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi with your invitation to join us every night for the Northside Automotive statewide sports line. If it's happening in West Virginia and it's sports, then we'll talk about it. So join us here nightly at 6:06 for the Northside Automotive statewide sports line.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
In this city, documents are centrally located and communication is easy.
There's peace of mind knowing that your information is safe and access is flexible. It's a city where businesses thrive with increased workflow, a place where someone is always close by, there when you need them. Get a free customized evaluation of how the CityNet Cloud can help your business. Go to citynetcloud.com.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi with your invitation to join us every night for the Northside Automotive statewide sports line. If it's happening in West Virginia and it's sports, we'll talk about it. So join us here nightly at 6:06 for the Northside Automotive statewide sports line.
On Metro News, this is NCAA Division II Championship Football.
Back in Charleston, the IUP Crimson Hawks with a 40-21 lead over the UC Golden Eagles here at UC Stadium, Laley Field in Charleston in this opening round NCAA Division II playoff game. Winner moving on to face off with Shepherd next week. High-speed internet service for today's game provided by Suddenlink Communications. Call Suddenlink today at 1-800-972-5757. Chris Temple, a 3-yard touchdown run at the 5:46 mark, capping off a 3-play 23-yard drive after IUP got the football on a kickoff that UC was not able to handle. Doe with the fumble recovery for IUP, Eric Doe, and IUP takes advantage and scores. And you go back in this game, Carl, 7:45 mark of the third, and Rashawn Dickerson, 51-yard TD reception from Jeremy Johnson. UC was up 21-13, and
Things
ever
look
since,
good.
IUP has reeled off 4 touchdowns, and they lead at 40-21. And you mentioned that, you look at this game, people say, "Wow, it probably wasn't much of a game, or it wasn't that close," and but it has been. But boy, just things have just gone out of control here.
Just a play here and there, and the kickoff was really the backbreaker.
Yeah, two big special teams plays here today by IUP. The blocked kick, the blocked punt, and then that last kickoff that they recover. So ball went out of bounds, so they will have to re-kick here. That's the choice. Sean Bowling. And this one skies. And UC fields this one cleanly, taken by Greg Bender, young man out of Ironton, Ohio. Great high school football program. Not too far from Charleston. So UC got to work fast now as they trail IUP.
And this is a high-speed offense. It just has not seemed that high pace today because of IUP's great defense, but they're going to have to speed it up.
Johnson looks to throw, fires it out over the head of Dickerson. Again, the journey to winning a national championship. Back at some of the coaches that have guided teams, the late Jim Wacker, later coached at TCU, led Texas State to a couple of titles, 81, 82. Chan Gailey, NFL coach, won a title at Troy. Bobby Wallace won 3 titles at North Alabama in consecutive fashion before moving on to be the head coach at Temple. Kurt, Notre Dame head coach Brian Kelly, won 2 in a row at Grand Valley State. Here's Johnson in all kinds of trouble and goes down. DeAndre Easterling was there to take him down, and also getting help there from Dylan Scott.
It's coverage sack as well. No one was open. He's got to either get out of the pocket and be able to throw that away, but he can't stay where he's right there in the center where everybody's at.
Third down, Johnson setting up, fires, and Augustin makes the grab, and Augustin out of bounds, and where will they mark him out? He's got the first down as he gets it to the 47-yard line. So it's a 20-yard pickup by Augustin.
And that's a really nice throw. I mean, he guns this.
Good protection.
Yep, good protection.
Johnson back to throw again. Works it and trying to hit Elam. Had pressure coming from the backside. And brings up 2nd down and 10. UC trying to work some magic here. Down 20. Been a historic afternoon, gorgeous day for college football as UC plays that first ever playoff game against IUP, playing its 34th. And Johnson in trouble. He scooped it up, but I think when he went down to get it, his knee went down. And the UC soccer team playing LIU Post tonight, gunning for a 2nd straight Final Four appearance. Patrick Guillet scoring the winning goal against Urbana on Thursday night to get UC back into national tournament possibilities. And the tip drill, and IUP comes up with the pick. Mello was tipped, I believe, by Jay Watkins, and then Kevin Clark, D2 preseason All-American, comes up with his 2nd interception of the season. Yeah, it was Watkins with the tip. There's a little tip drill.
Yeah.
That look familiar to you?
I was probably got tipping it. Somebody else got the stat for the interception.
So IUP going to take back over the football here. Just a little over 4 remaining in this game, and IUP leading it. And here is the handoff, new back into the game for the Crimson Hawks as Kurt Signetti tries to get some fresh bodies in there to finish this one off. Shannon Jackson out of Fairview, Pennsylvania, making the carry there. 4 touchdowns on the season for Jackson, 58 yards, or 328 yards on 58 carries. Had a long this season of 61, so he's capable of breaking it off.
This is always the toughest part of a game if you're on the defensive side of the ball. The game seems to be long gone now, and you're out on the field. You've got to play with the pride and just try to do your best, but it's a tough situation.
Again, IUP so used to postseason play, did not make it a year ago. Jackson went one way, now goes the other. And here's Jackson showing his ability. Gets it to the 20-yard line. A 19-yard gain there by Jackson. Jackson 6'1", 235.
They're loaded with some size in that backfield. They've gone 2 tight ends as well, so they've got a lot of meat in there.
Again, they're not thinking about next season just yet, but with Lenny Williams, Temple, Lista Brenza, this guy, Jackson, we got some offensive weapons coming back. Shanique Brown, the wide receiver. They will lose Pegues, their leading receiver. Kurt Signetti looking on. His father won 182 games there. He's about to win his 43rd. Their running backs coach is a guy by the name of Luke Barker, and he was on the UC staff before making his way to IUP. A little connection there as well. So IUP, they are 32-7 coming into this game under Coach Signetti when someone rushes for over 100 yards, and they had a couple of guys do it here today. IUP in no hurry. Again, you look at the final, though, and no indication of what kind of football game we had here today.
No, this was a great football game. And, again, you wouldn't even know how great the defense play was by looking at the score.
Williams going to fake the handoff, and Williams makes a move and puts the hand down, and Williams will spin his way into the end zone. A 20-yard run by Lenny Williams.
That's a great football. That's a great football play right there. But again, This is a tough situation for a defense to be in.
Yeah, IUP touchdown.
4th rushing touchdown of the day for Williams. And talking with Pat Kirkland, he said this kid's everything to them, and you know, it further illustrated on that play and just some of the things he is capable of doing. Stewart, who started the scoring today with a couple of field goals, and delivers yet another extra point to make it a 47-21 lead for IUP.
You know, looking ahead at a Shepherd matchup, they play great defense. Monte Cater's been playing that 4-4 forever, and that's a tough team to score and run the football on. So that'll be a great matchup.
On IUP and Shepherd, again, they are no strangers to each other in postseason play. IUP is 1-2 against the Rams. They lost 9-6 at home back in 1998. They lost 41-34 to Shepherd in 2007, and then they won a home game 27-17 in 2012. Again, IUP about to register its 19th postseason victory here today over UC, playing in what many coaches like to call the tournament for the first time, and boy, but just something that UC is going to be able to build on.
Oh yeah, no doubt. The kids will be disappointed for sure after the game, but I'm sure what's going to be told to them is, hey, this was a start. You got to be able to get in, and then once you get in, you learn how to handle it, and you'll do fine. And this is a good football team, no doubt about it.
Poor play, 55-yard drive, capped off by that scintillating run by Williams. And here is Wagner trying to sneak behind a couple of blockers, gets it to the 29-yard line. So UC will huddle here. Again, the day started with Ryan Stewart, a couple of field goals, 6-0 IUP after one. UC got a couple of touchdowns in the second quarter, had a 14-6 advantage at the break. IUP a touchdown, drew within one, but UC came right back on a Rashawn Dickerson reception. 51-yard pass play from Jeremy Johnson. It was 21-13. And since then, IUP with 5 straight touchdowns to get us here to 47-21. Marvin Elam, who's played sensational here today for UC. His 17th carry of the contest. And going to give him 10 yards there. He's got 133 on the day now.
He's been a workhorse for sure today.
Johnson remains in at quarterback, and here's Elam again. Nice piece of running up close to midfield. Got to be real happy for Jeremy Johnson.
Yes.
There was a kid, just really couldn't find a spot. Injuries got in the way, knee surgery, a lot of things happened, and young man was working at Radio Shack, and Pat Kirkland had kept in touch with him, and he got a chance to come here. Second team all-conference performer, and no doubt he'll be remembered here at UC, as well many of these seniors, for helping lead the University of Charleston to this historic occasion in 2015.
No doubt about it. I think he's done. He should be very proud of what he's been able to accomplish, and UC will build on his reputation from here.
We've got an injured player down here. Well, who do you pick for the player of the game, Carl? I think we got a pretty good idea who it would be. How about number 5 for IUP? Lenny Williams, the E.L. Robinson Engineering player of the game. Wow, what a day for this young man.
Special player, that's for sure.
Lenny Williams, 10 of 15 today, 101 yards, and carried the football 27 times for 151 yards and 4 touchdowns. There's number 5 right there. His young career as a Crimson Hawk will continue. All right, Jeremy Johnson handing Elam. And tripped up from behind. And nowhere to go. Mason Tortorice makes the tackle for IUP. We go under a minute here. Third and 7 for the Golden Eagles. Ten wins. The lone loss in the regular season to Shepherd. And now that will be the next team up for IUP. And here's Elam into IUP territory. So Elam running hard here. Elam's a guy that will return to Pat Kirkland next season. Gonna have a lot of these guys back.
And I think he's a great one to have back. He's still running. Game's pretty much done. He's still out there running hard. It looks like they're going to let it run out now.
They're going to have 3 returning offensive linemen. 2 are all-conference performers. 47-21. IUP gets the victory over UC. First ever playoff game for UC. And IUP picking up its 19th win in postseason play. And now they look forward to trying to notch another one in just a moment. It's IUP advancing on the road to Kansas City in the D2 playoffs.
They say a photograph is worth 1,000 words. We say it's worth a whole lot more than that. Dear National Guard, are you up to it? It's up to you.
A home for our heroes. That's what the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility in Clarksburg offers. Personal, compassionate care in a state-of-the-art facility that includes a licensed Alzheimer's unit, a chapel, access to secure gardens and porches, regular outings, recreational opportunities, and much more. No veteran is turned down due to finances. Maximum rates at the West Virginia Veterans Nursing Facility are 1/3 of the national average. Visit veterans.wv.gov or call 866-WV4-VETS.
E.L. Robinson's key to success is saying yes. When a client comes to us, we look at the project and we say yes. We can get the job done for you. We can get it done within your budget. And we can get it done in your time frame. This company was not built to pursue wealth. It was built to satisfy our clients' needs.
One drop causes a ripple, and that ripple moves across the water, affecting the entire body. Much the same way, when our schools educate our children for high-tech new economy jobs, the effects flow through West Virginia. These technology-based businesses see we have a workforce ready to grow their industry, and they move here. Then our children get those jobs and stay here. Call your state legislator and ask, what are you doing to bring high-tech businesses to West Virginia? From the West Virginia High Technology Foundation.
This is Mountain East Conference postseason football on Metro News.
47-21 your final. UC falling to IUP, the West Virginia Air National Guard play of the game. How about Jeremy Johnson to Sean Dickerson, who does the rest, 51 yards, Carl Lee.
Yes, that was just a great individual effort once he caught the ball, making people miss and getting to the end zone.
Put UC up 21-13. But after that, it was all IUP. IUP would score 5 consecutive touchdowns, and they knock off the UC Golden Eagles by a final count of 47-21. So IUP moving on. They'll play Shepherd next weekend, and a great season comes to a close for the Golden Eagles of UC here at home in Charleston.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
There are 86,400 seconds in a day. 86,400 opportunities to seek wisdom, to create, to stretch for your goals. And within every moment is a chance to discover your talents and abilities. A University of Charleston degree is a measure of your discovery, your success, your innovation. If you wait, 86,400 seconds can pass you by. Make every second count. Discover your future of innovation at the University of Charleston.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
This is NCAA Division II Championship Football on Metro News.
And we welcome you back here to beautiful Charleston and the IUP Crimson Hawks advancing on in the NCAA Division II Football Championships. You look at the Super Region 1 bracket, 47-21 victors, and now they get the Shepherd Rams next Saturday. Slippery Rock, also out of the PSAC, a 40-21 victory over Virginia Union, and Assumption wins big 37-10 over Bowie State. But you look at that final score, IUP, they earned it here today.
Yes, they did, no doubt.
And a great season for Pat Kirkland and his crew coming to a close.
Yes, he has to be very proud of what his team was able to do.
And you see the beautiful Capitol there, and a big day for that gentleman. Temple transfer, Lenny Williams. And UC had some big plays along the way. Rashawn Dickerson, 51-yard pass reception. Again, your final score, IUP 47, UC 21. Carl, great being with you.
Thank you. I was glad to be here.
All right, the Crimson Hawks move on the road to Kansas City. Thanks for being with us here on Metro News.